And what is up, all my chosen ones, Jazz, Royce, guys? We are back. And I'm sorry for being a few minutes late, guys. Had to go get the curls a little warmed up and whatnot, man. You know what it is, man. So I hope everybody is doing good. Before we begin, guys, please hit the like button for me, please. And thank you, all my chosen ones, guys. And also hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Hit the notification bell. We got some good stuff in the works for Saitama Wolf Pack, man. Let's go pull this chart up right here. And before we even start talking about it, man, let's see who's here. Looking through. Gonna give some people some time to get in here. And we click right here. Yes, indeed. My man Bert might be coming on here to join us as well. We're going to see. I'm going to go shoot him the link as well in case he wants to join us. So, guys, how have you been feeling with the market slowly but surely reversing, man? I know we still sitting in the red zone, but slowly but surely we're getting better. What's up, Pablo? It is a great day to talk about Saitama. I personally am feeling pretty pleased from how the AMA went last night. They kept it brief. They kept it right to the point. And now we got new things to look forward to. The good news is that the money that we have in the Saitamask app can actually be put to use with Cider coming out on March 1st. I don't know if you guys saw the Saitamask update. I do like the little intro for the app. It looks really cool. What's up, Kay? How you doing, bro? Big boy crypto in the building. What's up? What's up? Dan, hello from Europe. Greetings to you. What's up? What's up? Thanks for being here. All right, let me go send this link to my guy Bert. So when he's ready, he could join us. That man Barry in the building. What's up with you, bro? Let me copy this link and then go to here. Messages. And there we go. All right, the link has been sent. But yeah, guys, I'm really looking forward to what we got in store, man. I have not bought more Saitama in the dip yet, but you know, I'm holding what I got, baby. Big boy crypto, tomorrow is actually my last day of work. So technically I'm full time, so to speak. You know what I mean? I am off today. What's up, Justin? Bought some Vault. Okay. Vault, last night. Now my Coinbase wallet says I have over $300 million. Oh my gosh. You know, somebody mentioned that Coinbase had a glitch with Vault. And what was bad is that people actually started selling because of thinking that was the actual price they had. Yeah, man. Oh my gosh. That's pretty rough. The first thing I always do is that I always check the DEX tools whenever I see something crazy like that happen. What up, Ted? Yo, I saw that, man. I actually unfollowed him on Twitter. I actually saw that come out and I was like, nah, because I was looking at the Twitter and I was thinking, I'm like, maybe it's somebody else using his account or he's teamed up with somebody to do giveaways. But then when I saw the screenshots popping up about, he's saying I'll send you free Saitama, but I need you to cover the gas fees. That's when I was like, oh yeah, I can't rock with that, man. I can't rock with that. Man, so looking at the chart here, guys, let's keep our fingers crossed that this is our last and final lowest support level, guys, because these next 7 days is going to be crucial. We are right underneath $1 billion market cap. I think we hit $1 billion market cap earlier, and then it kind of went back down. But that's okay, though. I was looking at my old Saitama videos a few days ago, and I remember I was making a big deal because we had just entered into 8 zeros in Saitama, and here we are still sitting at the early 7 zeros range. I'm just waiting to hit all-time highs, man. That's what I'm waiting on. I'm waiting to hit all-time highs. The remaining tokens I have left, it's because the 26.5 billion in Saitamas, I am going to use the whole thing for Saitarealty because that should be the launch that we were waiting for when we were anticipating Lily Finance to come on Saitamask. So I'm glad that the Saitama dev team rebounded themselves by saying, okay, we understand we promised you guys a coin exclusively on Saitamask. So boom, Cider Now, I'm not sure how the project itself is going to do long term. I'm sure once the metaverse is up and rolling, and instead of it's an idea form, when the metaverse is actually like more in person, tangible type of thing, Saitarealty would probably play a good role. Now, let's take a moment because my man Bert is in the building. What up, Bert?
What's going on? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear, man. Loud and clear.
Okay, good, good. I don't know what's happening. My mic is not plugged in. Okay, good.
Don't worry, man. In fact, let me go adjust my wire too, just in case to make sure that there's no echoing going on from my end. Let me plug this here. Give me a sec. Okay. There we go. That man, Bert. What's up with you, bro?
How's it going, man? What's going on, everybody?
Colin, man, hanging, man. We're all just here anticipating to see what's going to happen with Saitama. Is this the lowest dip that we can expect? Are we going to start seeing a rebound finally?
I hope. I mean, Ethereum is still down, so
yeah, that's a good point. Let's go pull up that coin market cap. Ethereum is still under $3,000. It slowly did a rebound from these last 2 days. Well, slowly, very very slowly.
yeah,
very slowly.
We shouldn't be expecting too much until Ethereum really start pumping again.
Exactly. And I'm thinking, man, maybe we saw this going on last year too, because I was only into Dogecoin last year, but I'm sure this is how it was. You know, everything was really low, everything was kind of dry, and then randomly in spring going into summer, a big surge just took place out of nowhere.
Exactly. Probably around what, March,
April. Yeah,
yep.
Exactly, man.
Because I remember around May, June, July, that's when everything started really pumping. Mm-hmm. That's when, during the time when Saitama was out, Shiba was doing really good.
What a time, man.
Yeah,
what a time to be invested.
I hope it's the same thing again this year, man. At least we'll know, we'll have an idea of when things should be pumping again. Because there's a lot of great projects out there, man. It's a lot of great projects. Just like we were talking about earlier, like Saitama's over $1 billion market cap. We should be seeing the price impact, but we're not seeing that. And the holders are going up.
The holders are slowly, man. It must be like small increments of Saitama being purchased or held in most of these wallets for it to be such a large holder account, but the price is still sitting where it's at. So that's what I'm thinking. We probably saw a lot of people empty out their bags, or most of it.
Exactly, but that gives them a chance too to really fix things on their end. I know it's not easy trying to fix that app. At least it's not happening in the bull market where they got an app that's not working. So now it's a perfect opportunity to get everything squared away. To get us ready for the bull market. And I think really if the app is working by then during the bull market, price is going to start rising.
It's going to be perfect. And also them having a big position in the Dubai Expo as well. You know, that sound pretty good to me. I know Dubai people got the big money that we waiting on. They got the money. So, man, I think I'm just waiting to see what happens in March, man. You plan on buying a Cider-Realty?
Saitarealty, I think I'll get some, man. If it's, think about what happened with Lily Finance, right? Even throughout the whole,
fiasco,
shenanigans,
they passed $200 million market cap.
They still actually was able to pump up. Like I think the first day was at 100 million market cap or something.
It was just Uniswap glitching, man. That was the only.
Exactly.
But hopefully Saitamask, and I think we do need to use Saitama to trade it for Cider-Realty. So we should be seeing a price jump pretty soon.
Yeah, I Saitama, as things get better on Saitama end, man, like this is why, personally I don't sell Saitama because of that fact it's way too early.
Yeah.
to even think. None of us could have predicted what's happening with Saitama right now, but we understand it. They're coming out with an app that has never been before. So
Exactly.
there's a lot of, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of red tape on the back end they have to maneuver around to get this thing popping the way that it should pop, because they have their hands on everything.
Yeah,
So
literally.
think about as things starts releasing, the app is working now, they're gonna just work on releasing these things, the Sailor Maker and all
The
that other stuff
utility
they
should
got going on.
finally be rolling in.
Yeah, because
And
it's
the app looks pretty cool now, how they did it. I like it. The
yeah,
little intro.
exactly.
Let me see real quick. Mendo Pops, what's up? Thank you so much for showing love and being here. I appreciate it. Man, I don't know about you, Bert, but yo, this negative market been
It's
been
been
getting on my nerves, man.
it's been hurting, man. It's been hurting everybody. Even some of those projects can't even afford to pay for like nothing, marketing
Nothing.
or
Yeah,
whichever.
exactly. And marketing seems to be a big role in terms of I wouldn't say maybe not to make the coin initially pump. And when I mean marketing, I'm talking like YouTube platform marketing, but at least for longevity, that's what it takes, man. Because when I was first hearing about coins last year, the first thing I would do was look on YouTube and see how much YouTubers talked about it to then let
Mm-hmm.
me think, is it worth doing some research on, or and these devs aren't thinking like that,
People
What's up,
have to.
Latavia?
Octavia, how's it going? People like marketing is huge because
Mm-hmm.
some people they might see the token one time, two time, and don't buy in.
Exactly. It's not like
And
in their face
yeah,
like that.
and they'll see your video pop up several times and don't even watch it until several other people start talking about it. Then that's when they go watch a video. That's when they learn about the project. But
Mm-hmm.
especially especially the good projects, man. People don't even waste their time on trying to really find out about until it's too late.
Until it's too late.
Yep.
Exactly. All the gems are just sitting there as gems. In fact, there was a coin, and I was watching Yon World talk about it. It was called Wu Coin. And I
Yeah.
remember what with this particular coin, it's all about Ethereum reflections that you get for holding. And so he bought, I think I heard it was like around $600 or something like that from the comments, and then it
Yeah.
grew to 6,000 because I think the market cap went up to like $1.5 million, $1 million. And the Ethereum reflections he was making per day off of that small investment was like 200 and something dollars a day.
Wow, a day.
And so that same coin, he was talking about it as like the gems that he's looking at right now while everything's red. And I saw that coin is back down to that $140,000 market cap range.
Wow.
So I was like, like maybe that's what I should really keep an eye on. Ethereum reflections, man. But just a
Ethereum,
10x
yeah, Ethereum reflections, USD reflection. I've seen some projects coming
USD
out with
reflection.
USDT reflections. And I think that's good. I forgot what token that somebody showed to me that actually had USDT reflections. I was like, man, that's crazy, man. That's money.
Bro, that's what I'm saying, man.
That's
That's
money.
money right
Bro,
there.
even if it's $10 a day, man, multiply that
That
by seven, multiply that by
what?
7 days. You know what I
That's
mean? You're
that's
making
extra
seven
$70.
seventy dollars a week.
Yeah,
You
and
ain't gotta
imagine
do
it's in
nothing.
ETH and the price goes up during
Yep,
that week.
exactly.
Man, I think that's the
So
next level of stuff, man.
yeah, it's a lot of different things being worked on right now. I got a kid that I know he's working on a mining thing for Africa.
Really?
Automatically you getting $10 a day. You mine in Bitcoin. It's a Bitcoin miner, and it doesn't use a lot of
Dude.
electricity.
Dude,
Uh,
that's what I wish I had right now, man. This would be the time to have a
yeah,
mining when all the markets are down.
yeah. What's his name? What do you call it? Helium? Whatever they call that token.
Well, oh my gosh.
Helium or
That's
whatever.
what it is?
I think
Uh,
it's
uh, uh,
Helium.
Helium or helium?
Yeah.
I don't know. One of
Helium.
those. It's
Helium.
helium?
I
Or
think it's
yeah, I think
helium.
it's helium. Yeah.
Helium miner, man. These people are making a lot of money with this helium mining thing. And I saw that thing when it first came out a long time ago, man. I just completely ignored it. Like, whatever. I got to go through all this
I
junk to get
wouldn't.
this miner.
Yeah, it seems like a
Yeah.
hassle, and especially when the market was so green, everything was so much more expensive to buy
Yeah.
into.
Exactly. So
But
now
now,
they're doing good.
see, Freezer asked, or Frezer, any idea on new potential coins about to launch anytime soon? See, this is where the devs should be doing their marketing, because there in fact are. Oh, hang on, I just got a Telegram notification as soon as he said that of a call. Let's see. It's a coin that just launched at 10,000 market cap. But that's the thing, man. Some of these calls, guys, I tell you, man, they can be straight rug pulls, man. It's not guaranteed.
Yep.
No, look at this call right here, man. I'm gonna show the screen, man. Let me put it on two screen. Look at it's called Wagtama, and look at the logo.
Wow.
Like, yo, this is what I'm talking about. What is this? Yo,
Wow.
Wagtama? Watch me say that, and then in 10x's while we're on the stream.
Yeah, well, token like this, it's like you're taking a big risk, right?
Big
Because
risk.
you're using Saitama logo, and we know Saitama is a company. Pretty
That's
much,
what I'm saying.
I'm expecting that logo is trademark. So
Yeah, and exactly. And there was another token that launched too. Since Frezer was asking about it, it launched yesterday. I didn't buy into this. This is not financial advice, but it used the Saitama logo too, and that's why I didn't buy it. But all they did was that they swapped out the wolf and put a picture of Pikachu from Pokemon in the
yeah,
Saitama logo. And this one, of course, is called Pikatama. And when I last saw it, it came out, I think yesterday, or I think it was yesterday. It came out at 300,000 market cap. It went up to 800,000. Right now, it's sitting at 600,000. So like, there's
but
a lot of these coins coming out left and
what
right.
I was thinking. I was like, all these tokens coming out, and I'm like, man, just it's getting ridiculous. Like too many tokens, like people can't hold. But then I start thinking about the metaverse, right? I start thinking about, see, a lot of these tokens right now may not be useful, but once we get into the metaverse, there's gonna be a lot of use for a lot of these tokens, because it's like going into this new world. Everything is gonna be about money in the metaverse.
Everything has its own role.
Everything has its own role. Like the metaverse is gonna be huge.
And that's what I'm thinking in terms of like, even like Saitama's metaverse and Cider Realty. I wonder if, since it's like a real estate based coin, you
Mhm.
think it's gonna be a type of coin that maybe we can like one day buy land with, like in the metaverse?
I think so. I think so, because they're coming
That
out
would
with
make
their
the
own.
most sense.
I think they're coming out with their own blockchain. So think about it, in the metaverse. You gotta
Mm-hmm.
buy land, you gotta buy buildings, you gotta buy, whatever you buying, right? That's
Mm-hmm.
involved in the real estate. So one of the things that they've been doing right now, I'm not saying Saitama's doing it, but I've heard other tokens are doing it. Like, say for instance, you buy a building in the
Mm-hmm.
metaverse, you can actually use that buying that building in the metaverse to actually buy a physical building in the real world, like the hotels.
Wow.
There
Yeah.
was a token I did the AMA for.
Mm-hmm.
They actually, one of the dev, he owned multiple hotels, and one of the way you could actually, if you rent, if you get a room in the metaverse, a
Mm-hmm.
hotel room, if you book a hotel room in the metaverse, you actually book that hotel room in the real world as well.
What?
Yeah. So there's a lot of that going around. It's a lot of stuff going around, like, when it comes to the metaverse. Like, me personally, I
Mm-hmm.
always want to know, okay, what's your plan for the metaverse as a token? Like, if you're
Yeah.
coming out, you have no plan, or if I ask you, hey, you getting into the metaverse? Well, we're not thinking about it right now. Well, guess what? I'm not thinking about buying you right now, because we go into the
Because that
metaverse,
means
right?
there's no longevity there.
There's no longevity. You have to have something that associate with the metaverse. Like, you have to have that plan, because this is where we going. So if you have no
Mm-hmm.
plan for that, it's like, what are
They're
you?
gonna get
It's,
left in the dust
you know what I
at
mean?
one point. It's just a pump and dump,
Yeah,
pretty
it's just
much.
a pumping down, because you don't have plans for the future, and the metaverse is the future. In the next 2-3 years, max, you know, things should be exploding in the metaverse. And then you a token today, you came out, you don't have no plan for it. It's just, you
They're
know,
gonna get left behind
yeah, there's
at
no
some point
security
in
there.
time.
Yeah, if they coming out with NFTs and they have something going on for the metaverse, like there's a token right now that came out. It's called Delta Flare. One of the token I
Mm.
spoke about. Delta Flare got a lot of plan for the metaverse. Now, right now, you may look at it as like, okay, they're just doing NFT thing, and they just they're just coming out with a game, right? And in your mind, you
Mhm.
may think that's not valuable, but it actually is. See, that's why it's good to do your research on these projects, and join up in the AMAs and learn as much as you can, because at the end of the day, because this token right now, I think it's like 7 or 8 cents, right?
Mhm.
But once you get to the metaverse, this thing could be anywhere from $5 to $10 because of the stuff that they're aiming to do.
That's a
Okay.
huge, yeah,
So
man.
when you own these NFTs, they actually give you a certain type of NFTs in airdrop. You have and then you got the multi-chain thing going on, like with the megaverse, which
Mhm.
actually allows, like if I have my player right in this
Yeah.
metaverse and I have my avatar, I can go to another metaverse and use the same avatar and another metaverse with no limitation. So I can actually operate my avatar and use my avatar in any metaverse, which is
Yo, it's like what we wanted Xbox Live to be way back then.
yeah. So it's no limitation. Think about how valuable NFT will be when or an avatar or whatever. Because I think everything in
Yeah,
the metaverse
man.
is gonna be NFTs. You know what I mean? Everything is
Yeah.
gonna be
It,
NFTs and
it makes sense. It makes perfect sense
everything's
how it
gonna
all
have
ties in.
value, man. It's just the same way as the real world. Don't everything have value? Yeah, everything
Mhm.
has value. So now you may have a NFT, because I used to think to myself like, why would I buy a drawing, man? Like it's a drawing. I could take a picture of it
Yeah.
with my
I didn't
phone.
realize
It's
it's
like,
the perks of the NFTs
yeah,
that make it valuable.
yeah. So when it gets to the metaverse, even though you don't have no use for it right now, but in the metaverse, you may be
You're
holding
sitting on
onto an
equipment.
antique,
Yeah.
maybe an antique in the metaverse, right? Something that at the early age, it could worth a lot of money. But when we're talking about the megaverse, I don't hear too many people talking about that. Just the same way we do with the tokens, right? The
Mhm.
um, when you link different tokens to a different blockchain, right?
Yeah.
It's the same thing that I think a lot of these NFTs gonna start doing, because you don't want to be limited to just one metaverse.
Exactly. Exactly. And then speaking of that, with
It's like a
Saitama
bridge.
starting its own like blockchain, I
Yeah.
think and I hope that really helps us with the problem of the Ethereum gas fees. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, the Ethereum gas fees, I don't think that's something that's going to last too long,
Mm,
because these things, the technology is evolving. It's
yeah.
evolving. And you have people coming out with their own blockchain. So many different blockchains are being worked on right now.
Hmm.
So it's a lot of projects that are so young, but they're big projects. It's because people don't really analyze them and really look at them for what they are.
For what they are.
You're looking to make a quick $100,000 real fast, then you're gonna miss out, because what you're doing is you're gonna sell your tokens for
Hmm.
some other project.
The next new one that comes
Yeah.
out. And then
Chances are you make some
yeah.
money. Chances are you make some money, but chances are you can lose a lot of money too. So by the time you're trying to come back to that token, when it starts pumping, you out of money.
Yeah, exactly. And I
Yeah.
think that's why in this current time frame of the markets, we don't really see new coins come out and hit that couple $100 million market cap like on the first week or two, like we saw Mononoke or Shibnobi, like how those coins, or even Clifford, because there's so much stuff coming out now that money is being, I guess, overly diversified. You know what I mean?
Yep.
They
And
just
and
buying anything now.
yeah, and then with the rug pool era we just had, it's from November, October, November, December, it was nothing but
Mhm.
rug pool, so that kind of scared people. Uh
Yeah, and then on top of that, now boom, big market crash. I'm like, can
Big
we get a
market
break?
crash. Yeah. It's just
Can we get a break, man? That's what I'm hoping, man. March is looking like a bright month. I currently Saitama is slowly easing up off the massive hit we were taking down here.
yeah.
So hopefully, a 10x from here would put us at all-time highs again. So I don't know, man. How long you think we got till we maybe see all-time highs? For me, it's hard to put my finger on.
Yeah. I'm really thinking maybe around June, July. I'm really thinking around June,
That actually
July,
sounds believable.
because
Yeah.
people, like right now, people gonna be getting their income tax checks in a
That's
few weeks.
true. You think that's what
And
happened last year with Shiba and
I
those
don't know,
coins?
but it seems like it. It seems like it,
It
because that
was
was
around that
around.
time frame.
hmm
Oh,
People gonna
snap.
have money to spend, so they're gonna spend it on crypto.
Yeah.
They're gonna spend it on crypto, and the more money they put in crypto, price gonna start rising, and people gonna have money to invest into other projects. So at that point, now you making money, so it doesn't matter if you're taking profit, invest into this project, that project. So
Now you know the ball
yeah,
is back rolling again.
exactly. And then back in November again, we're gonna probably see that drastic dump again. Hopefully not, but that's the pattern.
Yeah, man.
But
Oh
at
my
least now
gosh.
we're keeping a close eye on it so we could know what to expect and know. I wish I honestly I wouldn't sell my Saitama, but if I knew what was gonna happen, I would have take out a good $200,000 out of my Saitama and then get back on the same position with just $50,000
Way lower and still buy more
and still
tokens.
buy more tokens, right? But you don't know what's gonna happen, so it's like I'm scared to lose my position in the Saitama, man.
Yeah,
I'm
man. I haven't added more, but I haven't subtracted. I think I only subtracted was supposed to be 25, but the Lily was a fail. So, you know, the other 25 is in Saitamask, which now could be used for Cider So I'm just sitting on that
yeah.
last 250. I just don't want to
Cider,
touch it.
Cider, Cider, Real, Cider Realty, in my view, is gonna be a big deal, man.
I think so
It's gonna be a
because I
big
was
deal,
still trying to learn more about it. In fact, I think I'll even pull up their Twitter page, man.
bro.
I was really trying to learn more about it.
I read the whole white paper.
You did
I read that junk twice, man, just so I could make sure. I'm like,
to
oh,
make sure that
okay.
you fully understood
Mm-hmm.
what was going on.
Yeah, it's big deal, man. It's big deal.
Let me pull this Cider Realty. Because as far as I know it's like a real estate. It's a coin to help in terms of real estate. And I'm like, oh, this is the page. Let's see, man. Because I looked at their white paper, but I didn't really like digest it fully. That's why
yeah,
I didn't really put out much content on it.
it's based on really providing affordable housing, whether it may be commercial, residential, but it really creates this avenue for people to be able to get access to affordable housing. It makes it affordable. Uh,
Mm.
they may even get into the point of assisting in building new property, or something like that. So it's huge. Anything in real estate is huge, but being able to properly use crypto
Yeah, for it. It's
for real estate, man,
That
I
sounds
think
like a
it's
game
huge.
changer.
Hmm.
I'm just gonna skip this part right here, the little typo.
But the things that I don't know is that how are they gonna really go through with it as far as the laws and regulations, right?
Oh, good
But
point.
yeah, but at the end of the day, we were able to use tokens to buy stuff. We were able to create a token out of nowhere and change it for money. So when people talking about, yeah, there's a lot of regulations, there's that, but you understand that we're using an invisible tokens to buy stuff
Mm-hmm.
that
Yeah, pretty
you know
much. And we
there's so
convert
much
them to real world value.
yeah, there's so much regulation into fiat. We were still able to actually infiltrate that junk and really makes it so that we're using invisible tokens to trade for money. So at the end of the day, nothing is impossible. And plus, I think it may be even easier than we think, because a lot of time is these laws and regulations were not put together written for crypto. So
Exactly. We're
whereas
making it up as we go.
they can make that, you can come in and make your own rule. This is
Mm-hmm.
what people don't think about. You can come in and make it your own rule, because there's no rule that's written against using crypto for real estate. So if there's no
Exactly.
law against it, so why can't I do it type of stuff?
Yeah,
It's
that's
the same thing people talking about Lily Finance. And I was thinking
dang.
about it too. And I was like, well, there's a lot of laws that are written against the medical, aspects of things, right?
Uh-huh.
But there's no law written against that when it comes to crypto, because nobody knew crypto was gonna be what it is today. So
Yeah,
they
that's
could go
true.
on and make their own business deal and create their own rules.
So you think with Cider I didn't think of it like that. So if they're using it specifically to help out with the housing situations, right? That
Hmm.
means they're gonna have to realistically buy a big chunk of Lily to really have it work tangibly for them, especially in the housing market. It's not like $10, $20 of Lily or nothing like that. I mean, not Lily, I mean Cider
Yeah,
Realty.
Saitarealty. Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so think about the burn, think about the
Wow.
transaction. It's always gonna be huge amount of transactions
And
because
yeah, because it's a lot. You're gonna need a lot of Cider Realty. So
exactly.
I'm sure the market cap, they're probably gonna have like a maybe not a supply as big as Saitama, because Cider Realty is gonna have to be worth a good amount
I
of
think they
money
had
per
a
token.
120 quads of token. I think they have.
Oh, really?
I think so. Yeah,
Oh,
I don't remember how many that's been burned. That's gonna be burned at launch, but I know they're gonna be burning. I think somewhere around 40 to 45%, if I'm not mistaken.
nice. Oh, snap. Okay. I think what will make Cider Realty really spark is when they start to incorporate it by saying, okay, in Ciderverse, we're gonna have it like where you can be able to create your own land and stuff like that, and using Cider Realty, that can be what you use to pay for the foundation of like owning that land and what you build on that land. I feel like
Yeah,
that would really take that coin to that next level.
yeah. That's the thing. That's why I don't. The only bad thing about Saitama is the fact that I think their contract is renounced. I
So
think
that means they're kind of they're stuck.
yeah, you limited, so you can't make any adjustment into that contract as you want, and you want that. You want to be able to make adjustment into that contract as you get big, as you
Mhm.
making different partnership. You know, some companies may want you to do a certain things. They may want you to adjust your contract. Hey man, reflection, we need better,
Higher
yeah,
reflections
higher
or
reflection or
bigger burn
lower
rates.
reflection. Yeah, this is why I said
Yeah.
I think don't quote me on that, but I really think that's why Saitama doesn't do manual burn.
That makes the most sense because they probably don't have the control to
Yeah,
just
if
manually burn the supply.
yeah, and I think they would. They're not telling people that's why we're not doing it, but think about it. I
It
mean,
makes the
it
most sense
makes
because
sense.
with this much popularity, they could easily cut the supply down even down to like 10 quadrillion tokens.
Yep.
And that alone will be great for us. With 300,000
This would have
holders,
been
this
this
would have
would have
been
been a good tactic. This would have been a good tactic to use right now, especially
right
after
now.
the December situation with the launch, to keep people at ease, to make the token more
Keep the value
attractive.
rising. Yeah.
Yeah, you want to do some manual burns. You want to do some. They don't even do giveaways no more. Like, yo, bro, you got a
Yeah.
ridiculous amount of tokens. Just do some giveaways, man. Go back to Jack Gigan. Boom, chicka.
Yeah, with the music going like this.
Yeah, just go back to the beginning of what used to work. You know what I mean? I know you become all corporate and everything, but don't lose touch with your community. And I think that's what they, and I see why it happened. I get it, right? There was a lot of changes that's
A lot of things
happened
blew up
so
super
fast,
quick and it's hard to keep up
you
with.
know.
But seeing
And
them, especially when he reached out to Jake saying somebody get me the link for Jake's show, I feel like that's Russ's way of trying to make that bridge back to the community, because at the end of the day, it's the community that adds Saitama value in the retrospect, no matter what type of utilities coming out.
yeah, and just don't give out no dates as to
Yeah, yeah, don't let.
what this is going to have. Just you could say this is what we aiming to do. This is
Mm-hmm.
what we aiming to do, but we don't know yet. We talking to this person, that this is a different story. But
And they'll be like,
instead
we'll
of
keep you
saying, hey,
guys updated with how it goes. Like, yeah, like
yeah,
that's better to kind of string it a bit rather than just stamp it.
next week we're gonna have this, and everybody's looking and waiting, and you tweeting you on the tweet, oh, Saitama's gonna fly, man. Next thing you know, instead of flying, Saitama's
It
dipping.
flies
Like,
off the cliff. Like,
yeah,
yeah, we're just
it's
like,
like,
oh, this is what happened.
but at
But
the end
yeah,
of the day, Saitama is not gonna be. They can't stop Saitama. Like, no matter, people have all kinds of dirt. There's a lot of inside stuff going on with Saitama. I mean, I got a lot of dirt, but at the end of the day, it's like this is the
it's still like
same thing with
it.
Ship. There was a lot
Yeah,
of
man.
dirt
Because
going on
I
with
I
Ship.
feel you, man. I hear a lot of the different criticism going on with Saitama behind the scenes. And for me, it's still like, man, I just feel deep down that this is something that I'm just still supposed to hold on to. Even if I don't buy more anytime soon,
Yeah,
I should still hold on to it, because this, like you said, this could be a ship. They were crapping on ship, man. Like big,
yeah,
just dumping on it until like Shiba Swap was finally ready, which took months. And we were talking like 2-3 months of them saying this it's gonna be ready finally. Oh, we're doing more testing on the launch. This, that. Shiba was receiving a lot of crap. So I'm just seeing it for Saitama. And I think it can work, Bert. I really think it could work.
Saitama?
Yeah, I think
No,
it could work, man.
Saitama's gonna work. There's no, yeah, it's gonna work. It's just a matter of when with Saitama. It's
Yeah,
gonna
it's
work.
hard to tell.
This is one thing. You gotta you gotta ask yourself: is Saitama a rug pull project? That goes with any project. Is that a rug pull project? Once you can really analyze it and say no, it's not a rug pull project, then guess what? It's gonna work. It's just some may take a year, some may take 2 years, and some may take
True.
3 years,
That's true.
but it's gonna work as long as
Dogecoin
it's
took 7.
already it's already established itself as a business,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not a rug pull, right? Why
It's
wouldn't it
not.
work?
It's not. It's a
Look at
big, big
look at
community.
Cider. You know what I mean? Cider should have been gone, right? Because it's
Yeah.
an actual business. They cannot just let it fall. You know what I mean? You know how many lawsuits would come after these guys? You know what I mean? It's just people don't want to deal with that, right? Why wouldn't
Exactly.
Saitama work? People that screaming on Twitter and this and that. Like, I get why you screaming, I get why you fighting, but really at the end of the day, it's like you don't get the big picture. You're gonna get the
Yeah.
big picture. If these guys are doing what people are claiming that they're really doing, which I'm pretty sure some of it probably true, right? But the project can't fall. They can't let it fall.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
And worst case, it adds a 0. But if it adds a 0, it will literally be like, because I was watching my old Saitama videos from like 4 months ago, and I was making a big deal. I'm like, guys, if you look at Saitama's price right now, we are at 9 zeros and a 9, about to break into 8 zeros. And then here we are at the worst market conditions that we can imagine for the year, and we're still in the 7 zeros. We're still somehow holding at a $1 billion mark. See,
Man, when Saitama gained that 0, man, when we dropped that 0, went down to 6-0. I'm like, yo,
bro,
man,
I was upset,
like,
bro. I
more
was so
zero,
happy.
man. I'm like, geez, one
Yeah,
more
man. I was
zero.
like,
I'm
yo,
freaking
one more 0,
buying
6
my
figures,
island.
baby. Like, or you'll be way of me. I'll be able to like maybe buy a place, buy an apartment while you buying the island. I was looking forward to that, man. I was like, yo, we hit 6 zeros. That means we hit 6 zeros and a 5. That'll be well over 100K. I could pull out 25, 30K, little something. And, put that into other projects. I'm like, oh, life's going to be great. I'm going to get me a Bitcoin mining. And then here we are in February 23rd.
Crypto Web says something about renouncing
Renouncing too early.
Saitama shouldn't have refused Shinobi. And at the end of the day, this one thing I realized on the back end, they never tell you guys exactly what's going on.
Everything that actually happened. Yeah.
Whatever's out there to the public, they tweet about, it's not the whole story. That's just that. I think for me personally, that whole scenario of Shinobi did not want to renounce the contract, I think that was something they made up because they didn't want to tell the actual truth. I think there's way more to Saitama not releasing. Because think about it, there's other projects that didn't have to renounce their contract to get listed on Saitama, right? So
which means for Shinobi, they might, and we're not spreading FUD, guys, we're just giving speculation. There might have been something else behind the scenes that they noticed, but instead of exposing that, they must have just said, okay, listen, renounce the contract and we'll just overlook whatever else we saw wrong with it. Yeah, I think that's probably what happened.
Yeah, there's a lot more to it. Same thing with Lily Finance, man. There's a lot more to it. Nobody said exactly why Lily Finance didn't get launched on on the Saiter wallet.
And it's just that they came out and just case and all this stuff, man. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, because there's a lot of certain things can't be said. Certain things are under NDA,
Yeah, that's true.
Can't be put to the public like that. We're talking about lawsuits and stuff like that. These are businesses, man. They're not just.
It's not like a typical coin that launches like the Pikatama. It's nothing like that. All right, I'm seeing. Let's see. I saw it say Russ tweeted something feeling bullish. We're gonna go pull up Russ's profile, man. Let's see what he said. Mr. Russ, what do you have to say to us, sir? Let me see what you're talking. All right. Okay, let's see. So we got all right. Russ said our time is now. Inu Saitama. Together, let me open it for everybody else. Together, we will achieve many great things. It's time to get back to the grassroots and build the momentum that got us to where we are in the first place. Restore the faith and prosper as a community. Stand tall, Wolfpack. You've earned it. Okay, so what what does this sound like to you, Bert? You know, because to me, what this sounds like is okay. He knows once again something else that we don't know, and he's playing it smart by not telling us anything because he don't. You know, we can't afford another jinx of announcements. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he they're. I mean, he. I mean, I would hope by this time he learns. Right? It's like don't. Yeah, don't speak. Don't be too detailed about things that has not happened yet. Even though
exactly.
because it hurts the community, man. And then it's all because most people that's in crypto have no clue as to what crypto is about. They don't get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Somebody got their dog that invested in crypto, put $100, turn into $100,000, and then they're thinking they're gonna come into crypto, last week and expecting this week they put $100 gonna turn into a lot of money. That's the
Mm-hmm.
mindset of most people that got into crypto, where it's not that ideology is changing. You
Mm.
now it's becoming more of a long-term thing now, unless you get into a pre-sale and it goes dumb like Lily did,
Yeah.
then you get lucky. But if you don't get into a pre-sale, you don't get in early,
I'm
you can
telling you,
forget
man.
it.
Lily was that they had. I know that had a big. That looked like a big pre-sale. That Lily thing, man. Because I'll never forget when that coin came out. How red that chart looked. I was like, this got to be the wrong chart. Why is there a big red candle like to start off the
Yeah,
project?
Lily finance was stressful to buy, man. It was
It
stressful. I'm
was
like, man, I'm
stressful
gonna leave that
indeed.
junk out. I'm gonna leave that junk alone. But when you told me you finally got in, I'm like, man, I gotta get in somehow.
Never, and
Um,
man, and who would have thought, man? I pulled out too early. The same day it pumped. I
Well,
pulled out too
honestly,
early.
honestly, you pulled that with some profit because
Bro,
I'm still holding, but I'm hoping everything they said they're gonna do,
I
and if
saw
they
somebody mention that Lily went up today like a
uh
spike.
like 150%, I heard.
Yeah, I'll pull it up. Let's
Mm,
see. Let's see. Maybe it was the NASCAR thing.
I want to see what's gonna happen after the NASCAR thing. One thing about these Lily guys, they seem to have a lot of money.
Oh yeah, man. Oh look, they got the logo now
Yeah,
on the contract.
and
I mean, shoot, still
that's
$56 million, man.
that's another thing too. When devs are coming out with a project, if they don't have any money, and
Oh my gosh.
yeah, that's a red flag because you can't come out with a project broke.
And trust me, guys, you'll be surprised. Some projects really do be coming out with like no money to them, barely any money to them. So then when you look into them about, hey, what about marketing? What about this call or being posted on this listing and this and that? They just kind of leave you hanging because they really don't got the money. So my whole thing is like people, I guess some of these devs look at launching projects as just a quick money grab, but they don't realize that to really make money off of a new coin that you're launching, you got to come with some correct money to put in.
Yeah, I mean we're gonna get to the point where I was talking to a buddy of mine yesterday where we were talking about how the meme token is gonna be no more. Like
Mm.
it's
Ooh.
not gonna be, yeah, it's not gonna be a thing. And I really think that it's also not gonna be a thing where people come out with nothing, with no utility. It's either your utility, yeah.
Yeah. I think things will eventually start slowing down in terms of the big meme coin frenzy,
Mm-hmm.
and eventually it's gonna start stabilizing to where, I mean, I guess it could still be like a meme coin, but it's gonna actually have to have some real type of utility, and
Yep.
they gotta
You know,
stand on it,
you know
like
what they
stay on
got
it.
what they got to get away from, and I think it may possibly happen where I could come out with a token, right, and I could just push my liquidity to Uniswap, have
Mm-hmm.
somebody make the contract, and I could just do it like that. And I think really there's gonna be a time where people are gonna get away from that. That's not gonna be a thing anymore where we could just push out your contract, because I know there's a lot of launch pads that's coming out, and
Yeah,
these launch pads that is helping you launch your project. They have a certain vetting process that is not just hey, you got liquidity, you got this. No, they have a certain type of rules, that certain things you have to have in place
like
prior.
Yasha.
to like Inuyasha. You got Voxel X. Voxel X is some project that I know really well. They help launch projects, and the projects that they help launch is really projects that are associated in with the metaverse. And their vetting process is so strict, man. It's not funny. Like, you really gotta, $75,000-$80,000 or some liquidity gotta be provided. There's a lot of things that they put in place. KYC, you gotta be
Wow.
KYC. You
You
gotta
gotta
have,
have some money to
yeah, a
come
lot
with,
of
and you
stuff.
gotta be putting it on
Yeah,
the line.
a lot. So basically, your money, you gotta put money up front. You gotta pay for so many of your stuff, instead of thinking that you're gonna use the marketing wallet to know your marketing
That's the
wallet is locked
problem.
for a certain period of time. So
That's the problem, man. People they're not thinking so long sighted when they come out with these
yeah,
projects. Like,
think
I think,
about Inuyasha, right? You see how
uh-huh.
Inuyasha, whenever they drop a project, it just it goes
Yeah.
up.
Like
Yeah, because
Pochi on
people
launch,
know.
man.
People know they're
3,000
not
holders. They built that trust with their community.
exactly,
So
and
they're
we
at that level where they can put something new out, some random thing out, and it's gonna gain traction.
it's gonna gain traction. People know it's safe, And I spoke to a kid over there in Canada. He has a lot of project he's working on too. I think eventually I'll have him on my show.
Mm.
They figure out a way to like force people to hold, like. And then this is another thing that I see most projects, they haven't figured out a way to do that yet. Is you got to figure out a way to force people to hold. Why would I hold? Like, for me personally, I feel like these reflections are too low.
Yeah, because they offer
Yeah,
X% of reflections, but the reflections don't mean much if the
yeah.
coin hasn't even pumped.
Exactly. I think you could persuade people to buy more if you have higher reflections. You know what I
Or
mean?
Ethereum reflections, or
Ethereum reflection,
Matic
USD
reflections. Who
reflection.
know
So
USD? Yeah.
yeah, because at that point, that's why it would benefit me to buy the dip every time. Because the more token I have, the more USD or the more USDT, the more ETH I'm getting back. So yeah, I'm
From
gonna
all,
buy the dip.
yeah.
And
It's
this is how you bring regular people into crypto. So now, yeah, you can say that somebody can afford to buy like 10 ETH worth of your token. That's cool. But guess what? 10 ETH worth of that token, all-time high, that person is gonna dump. So
exactly.
regular people like me and you, we're gonna go in with $1,000, $2,000. We're gonna keep going in because regular people like us, we just want that passive income.
Exactly. We see the
So,
big picture in it.
and we make the majority, right? You want the majority. This is the real money, is when working people are able to, get in and knowing that, hey man, I could be making $1,000 a week, a few hundred dollars a day by holding this token. So now you're attracting the higher percentage.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's true, because when people offer reflections and it's just in their project, if the project doesn't have much substance to it that makes it seem like it's worth it, then it's like, well, what's the point? Even if it's like 5% reflections, it's like, well, that can only do so much,
Yeah, because think about it. When a project, like, okay, let's talk about Saitama, for example, 2% reflection, right? 2% reflection. There's 350 something thousand people holders of Saitama.
Yeah.
So basically, if I go in and buy for $1,000, that 2% reflection is being divided amongst all these people. That's really no token.
Yeah.
People
Literally.
don't really think about it. That's really no token. So 2%
It's nothing.
reflection to me is
Yeah.
nothing. Because
Unless the coin has like kills 4 or 5 zeros.
the only
Then it's more worth it.
token that I know, and this is why it's still surviving after all the commotion that it's went through, is Cider. Cider got 13% reflection.
That's worth it.
Yeah,
that's worth it.
Reflection. It makes sense. You know what I mean?
You got to spend money to make money. That's really it.
These guys are not thinking that way.
They're
people
not.
talking about reflection all the time. Reflection. It's good, but they're not enough. They're not.
Yeah.
Now, the marketing wallet is filling up. The marketing wallet is filling up because that 3%. When people say, oh, 3% reflection, 3% marketing wallet, and you like, okay, well, that's a good deal. No, it's not a good deal. That marketing wallet have no competition. So 3%
Exactly.
really, they really get 3% of every transaction. You get
That's
a
yeah.
fraction of that 2%.
Bingo.
You only get a
Yeah.
fraction of that 2 or 3%. So you're not really getting nothing.
Exactly. When will these new devs learn, Bert?
They know, bro. They know, but it's the game. Like it's the game,
They
man.
try
All
and
of
play
them,
it cheap.
all of them are in it for the money, man. All of them are in it for the money. That's why they don't speak basic English. You can't
Exactly.
really understand. All of them saying the same thing because if they break things down to you guys, you'll understand, and you're gonna want to ask for more. But that means that
Exactly.
less money is gonna go into their pocket, less money is gonna go into the marketing wallet.
It's greed, man.
You know how
It's
much money
greed.
these guys got in their marketing wallet? We're talking about 2-3% going into that marketing wallet with every transaction.
Every transaction, man.
That's not a fraction of that 2-3%. That's literally 3%. So that means that if you invest $1,000, 3% of that is going into the marketing wallet.
Yeah. True.
That's a lot of money, man.
That's true. Hang
That's
on
why,
one sec, Bert.
that's why right
We'll be
now,
back in one
listen.
sec, brother, man. Give me 1 second. Run downstairs real quick.
All right. Jazz is missing in action. But yeah, that's why right now I don't feel sorry for no project, man. Like not doing your promotions for free, not doing no video for free because I know they're sitting on a lot of money. They don't want to pay. You know, the reflections have to be higher for us because we're not getting 2% for real. We're not getting 3%. And I think they got away with a lot. They got away with a lot of they're getting away with a lot of money because we make it easy for them. And I felt like if you have 3%, 2% going into the marketing wallet, you should be promotion. You should have heavy. You should be able to push out heavy promotion. And a lot of these projects are hurting, but they're not promoting. And you got money to promote. You're sitting on millions. Some of them hundreds of thousands. Some of them several millions. But yet you're not doing consistent promotion. Unless your marketing wallet is locked, it makes sense. But if your marketing wallet is not locked, why are you not paying for promotion? So it's a lot of stuff going on the back end that people don't really try to put two and two together. But they don't communicate to people like that anyway, so people could really kind of paint a picture and really wrap their minds around what's really going on. But these guys are sitting on a lot of money, man. Think about a project comes out, like I said, 3% is going into the marketing wallet, and instantly you have like 1,000 holders. Okay. And look at when you look at Etherscan, you're seeing or Dex2, you're seeing all the transaction that's going in. So every transaction, whether it buy or sell, there's 3% that's going into the marketing wallet. So it's a lot of money these guys are making. A lot of money. Where's that money at? And then on top of that, it's like my thing is, why does it take so long to come out with your utility? Why does it take so long? You sitting on millions of dollars and you can't come out with a good website. You taking forever to come out with your utility. And especially the ones that's coming out with little games. Like a game is easy to make unless you're coming out with something very, very, very unique. And it shouldn't, you got money, but that's just in my view. Let's see.
All right, I am back. Woo.
Welcome
Got my
back,
headset,
man.
put it back on.
Me out here talking to these people by myself.
Oh, appreciate it, man. Thanks for holding it down. Sorry about that, man. To get the door real quick, since people are still working in the house.
David says they've been lying to y'all from the jump. Heck yeah, these people come out here talking about, oh yeah, we want to do this for people. You want to do that for people. Listen, nobody does anything for nobody that they don't initially see what they're gonna get out of it first.
Exactly. It's just human nature. It's just human nature, man.
You thinking these guys gonna come out with a token and they're only allowing you to get 2%?
That's what I'm saying, man. And then
they don't
and
care.
that's supposed to be their selling point. Like
Yeah.
what, man?
That's why I'm not out there praising any dev, man. Oh my goodness, this dev is the man. Listen, man. I don't know. You never gonna tell me how much money you making, man. Like,
Yeah, exact.
you
Unfortunately, we
know.
won't ever see that transparency unless like those rare projects where like they have the marketing wallet for everyone to see.
Mhm.
I know
Uh,
one coin they rug pulled. It was a small, like one of those small little DGen meme coins, and they rug pulled on launch night simply because it had a good pump, but people kept selling every time it climbed a couple numbers. So in the Telegram, they were asking the dev, they're like, "Yo, how much is left in the marketing wallet?" And the guy said 12 Ethereum. They're like, "Okay, can you use at least most of that 12 Ethereum to get more people to buy the coin and whatnot?" And he was pretty much being cheap about it. And so they started hounding him, and he just got pissed off and emotional. He took his ETH out the marketing wallet, left the Telegram, and just rug pulled.
yep.
Just like that. I was like, wow, the nerve of people, bro. And people were throwing in 2 ETH. You saw almost a 3 ETH buy come in. I only put $100. You know what I'm saying? I be playing it
Yep.
smart. I'm like, hey man, I'm gonna just throw my little boop. If it goes,
Yeah.
it goes. If
That's
it doesn't,
why.
it doesn't.
That's why it's safer to buy these projects that's being launched by a known launch pad.
By known launch pad, exactly.
You
And it's
know,
becoming
like,
more and more eminent.
yeah, like, your little nerd behind the computer decide to come out with a project. Stay away from that. I'm not giving
Yeah,
you guys no financial advice, but what security do you have?
there is none.
And then you go to the Telegram, you say, hey, who's the dev in here? Like, if the project is being launched by a launch pad, because they go through a certain vetting process, you don't have to worry who the dev is because they already KYC. They already paid a certain amount of money to play ball. So they're not going to
True.
rug pull. You know what I mean? But when you got a random project that just comes out and then you go Telegram, you're like, who's the dev? Well, they don't want to be known right now. Well,
Yeah. And, there's a lot of that, Bert. There's a lot of that. Now, I give the benefit of the doubt because I understand some devs, they got like certain jobs that under certain restrictions they cannot reveal themselves, which okay, but that means they're gonna have to only compensate by putting in more effort. They're gonna have to
multi-sig
release
multi-sig
multi-sig
wallet.
wallets. Yep,
There's different avenues you could go to create trust. But when you telling me
exactly.
right now that there's nothing that besides the fact that you telling me the liquidity is locked, I still don't believe in that aspect. Liquidity is locked. Whatever. Your marketing wallet is not locked. Your marketing wallet is not, you know what I mean? Like the dev got wallet. You could
Yeah,
sell, you know what I mean? You could sell your bag and dump the price. You could run
yeah,
away with the
man.
marketing wallet.
Yeah.
The liquidity is locked, but still, that
There's
still
still
doesn't
money outside
guarantee.
it. Exactly. When I saw
That
that
still doesn't.
last rug pull, there was still liquidity left.
Mm-hmm.
But the marketing wallet they still ran off of money and the price still dumped. I was like,
Exactly. That's why, because I've had that happen before, where I go into Telegram and like, oh, who's the dev, and I'm like, well, what is the security what do you have as for security to protect investors? So knowing that you're not gonna run with the money or whatever, not that I'm saying you will, I always put it like that, but they're like, well,
benefiting of it.
all
It's a
liquidity is locked for 3 months. Like, bruh, why couldn't you lock it for a year? That's one. What
yeah.
about the marketing wallet? What about, I don't care if you don't want to be known. That's cool, but yeah, can you just multi-sig those wallet? How long is the dev wallet locked for? But the thing is,
Mhm.
I get it. You need money to fund the project, so you can't lock the marketing wallet, which I
Yeah.
would not recommend to any project because promotion is a big thing, But
Yes, it is.
multi-sig, at least multi-sig that wallet. But at the end of the day, man, I don't care about any excuse nobody have as to why they don't want to show their face, they don't want to dox. It's like you open a business, you don't want people to know who you the owner of that business. Like, what sense does that make?
It's like, why?
You know,
Why not? What do you plan on doing with those
yeah.
people's money? Like that you
Yeah,
want them to know who you are.
if you're not willing to do whatever it takes, don't come out with a project. If you know you got,
Exactly.
yeah. So
People
I
don't
don't feel
understand what
sorry
they
for
get
nobody.
into. Yeah, man.
People
When I
trying to
saw
tell
that
me,
dev run
oh,
off because he got in his emotions, I'm like, you just ran off and just made these people lose thousands of dollars. And it was a good jump too.
mm-hmm,
I jumped in with $100, and I think within 10 minutes, man, I think it was at $320. I didn't pull out because the gas fees were high. So I would have like not made any profit. I'm like, I'm gonna just leave it in there. I'm gonna wake up tomorrow, see what's up. I wake up that thing down about $50. I'm like, what?
Yep.
What happened here? And I go in the Telegram and I catch up. I'm like, oh, this guy, he got in his feelings. The investors were asking, hey, can we get some actual marketing going on with this coin? What else is there? Because they were they were donating to veterans, but so much for that. And people actually were sending like an ETH to their donation wallet, not even to the coin, just for them to just run like that.
Let's think about this for a minute, man. You got people
Mm-hmm.
that talk about decentralization, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, how can you sit there and say you all for decentralization? You love crypto because it gives that it's decentralized, right?
Yeah.
And then you don't want to know, you're not expecting the dev to reveal themselves. Isn't it still kind of centralized?
Yeah. Exactly. Good
Can there
point.
be true decentralization without full transparency in crypto? And this is something that people don't even want to talk about. And I know why they don't want to talk about it, because they know. Because if there's true decentralization, you can't cheat crypto. You can't rug pull people. All these problems we wouldn't be having if crypto was truly decentralized. Crypto is far from decentralized yet.
Yeah.
We heading there. That means, you see my wallet. Yeah, my wallet. You should know instantly. You look at my wallet, you should know that's my wallet. That's decentralization. That's true
Yeah.
transparency.
We
They
only
cannot
halfway
be.
there.
Yeah, there can't be true decentralization without true transparency, which means if I'm looking at Bert wallet, I know this Bert wallet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that
Yep.
means that how can a dev come out with a project and I don't know who the dev is, and people trying to tell me, well, people is entitled to privacy. Well,
Yeah.
I'm also entitled to tell you to not come out with a project because I need to know who you are. I'm giving you
Yeah.
my money, but I
We're
can't know.
entitled for
Like, I just don't,
transparency.
bro, I just
Yeah.
don't get the mindset of people. You want to give a stranger your money, but it's the you trying to convince yourself that it makes sense that you don't know who you're giving your money to.
Yeah. Like,
And then the same people gonna come out and start crying when that person run away with their money.
yeah, man,
Like,
it's
that
horrible, and
makes
some of
no
them,
sense,
some of
man.
these coins get death threats, and honestly, I think, hey, what would they expect? This is people's
Yeah.
hard earned money that you're trying to persuade them to throw to you, just for you to not even have your stuff together. Yeah, that means they're doing it for a quick money grab. They don't care
And
about
then
the
and then
project they're
and then
putting out.
and then and then what kills me is that it makes sense for a YouTuber to talk about your project for you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we don't get death threats.
Yeah.
Like, I can do this and talk about 20,000 projects, and I got my face on here.
And some of them
You just yeah.
wouldn't even want to compensate you for that risk either. They just say, all
Yeah.
right, you go for it.
And I
Yeah,
see
we know our
why.
product's gonna work. Like, no, it
Yeah,
don't work that way.
I see why these YouTubers. That's why I would never do another AMA for free. I'm not doing that junk. They Q&A.
I
I'm not doing that
understand
junk for
why
free.
YouTubers charge when they talk
It's a
about
lot of
certain
risk,
projects.
man. We
It's a lot
taking,
of
man.
risk. Yeah.
It's a lot of
Yeah.
risk, especially when it comes to a new project, man. Yeah, you got to drop me one ETH right now. Nah, don't even come my way if you don't want to drop one ETH, because it's a lot of risk, you
It's a
know.
lot of risk, man. Even just and see, now you guys are understanding, like, what type of YouTubers you guys know will just blatantly talk about the behind the scenes of
Man.
promotions and money to you guys openly, man. That's me and Bert, baby. That's what we do, man. We keep it real. We keep it real, man. But you made a good
This
point, Bert. I did a video today about Pochi, because the first video, it did really good. I'm like, oh, strong community. I make a second video, which, mind you, none of those videos are paid for. I'm holding the coin and I want to make updates about it. The second video, it's done crap. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Nobody watched it. And essentially that's the risk that a YouTuber takes, because what people don't realize is that when YouTubers get promotions and stuff like that, right? Listen, played promotion, this, that, the other. It's not just, I'm a YouTuber. Hey, can you pay me? No, they got to look at your channel. They got to make sure that you got an actual audience that's engaging, because everything what these devs do, it's all an investment. When they pay a Twitter promoter to talk about their project, it's an investment. If they pay somebody that's well known on Telegram to show it to these high-end investor call chats, whatever it's called, that's an investment. They pay a YouTuber, that's an investment, because they're expecting the potential of return to come back more than what they're putting out.
Think about it. think about it too, man. Think about it. Okay, let's say Jazz, you coming out with a token, right?
Yeah.
I have well over 10,000. I have well over 10,000 followers on Twitter, and I
Hmm.
have well over 3,000 subscribers.
Yes,
And
sir. You
okay,
killing it, man.
so now you come out, you say, "Hey, I want you to make a video about my token." This you running a business. That's what I
Yeah.
want people to. It's like Walmart coming to me and say, make a video for me," and people are expecting that video to be made for free. So every investor that is acquired from that video is money going
Into the
into
developer's
that
pocket.
project, which
Yeah.
end up putting money into the developer's pocket as well.
With that
So you
marketing percentage.
expecting that person to do it for free
Hmm.
makes no
Hmm.
sense.
So the YouTuber and may not even be a popular coin. So the YouTuber won't even get views or additional exposure for it. They just took time out to do research, drop a video, upload it, just to give somebody else money in their pockets, and they left
Yeah,
empty-handed. It's like the
YouTubers don't
YouTuber
make.
gets played.
Yeah, unless you had 100,000 subscribers, you
Yeah,
don't make
unless
no money off this YouTube. Like
exactly. Unless you're on like your pops level, then and even then, like
yeah,
the YouTube ad money alone, that's probably enough to like maybe get your groceries for the week and maybe some
yeah,
gas money. That's it.
probably
Because YouTube don't pay much like that.
they
Unless
don't.
it's
They
like,
don't.
yeah.
There's certain
So,
YouTubers that's making a lot of money off it. Depends on what kind of video you're making. Like if you're teaching
mm-hmm.
people something, like people will watch the whole videos through because they
Yeah.
trying to learn what you're teaching, right?
Like the ones
But
that get like
if
10, 20,000
yeah,
per video, they're making some good money that you could actually like live off and pay
exactly.
bills with. Mm-hmm. But even that, man, it's so tricky. And a lot of these devs, guys, a lot of these devs that come out with new projects, they don't understand that. So a lot of them, and we've ran into a few that they come out with a project and they expect you to talk about it, buy into it, tweet about it, use your YouTube. In Bert's case, he has a lot of Twitter following, uses Twitter, and some of them don't even want to give you no type of compensation. They
Yeah, I
just
don't.
tell you the price of, yo, dude, you'll get a lot of exposure, man. When our community grows, this will happen and that. The same thing they tell you investors, man. You buy this project, man. When this grows, your reflections will be worth this much. This play to earn game is good. It's the same game some of these devs are running with the creators as well. It's what it is. They get into something that they're not prepared for the financial responsibility of what it entails. It's really it.
Yeah, like if a dev is broke, I'm not doing your AMA. I think yeah, I'm not
Because
doing no
it's
AMA.
like
You
that means
broke.
if you don't got much in your marketing
Yeah,
wallet, that means
you're
you're
gonna
not
rug
putting
people.
money.
If you
Yeah, they
broke,
can
you're gonna
rug.
rug people.
Yeah, because
If
they're
you
gonna do
broke, you're gonna
whatever it
rug
takes for
people.
some money.
You telling me you ain't, oh man, I got one ETH is a little bit. I can't do it right now because no man, you're gonna rug
No,
people,
that
man.
means they're not prepared because it's
You're
like
gonna
you
rug
can't
people.
afford one ETH or even half of an ETH. Then how you gonna
Yeah,
expect people like Jake Gagan, your pop, the Austin Hiltons, and them to pick up that project if they don't want to start with the base level of exposure? It's a whole chain,
yeah.
guys, that go on behind
I
these
can't
scenes being
get.
a creator.
Yep, I can't give my services for free because I'm followed by a lot of wells and I got a lot of connections. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like, even if I get you a hundred investors, that's a lot of money.
That's a lot of
That's a
money.
lot of sales that's coming your way. That's a lot of investment power that's coming your way. So that's not for free. Like
Exactly. That's what I'm
so
saying, man. Some of these, yeah, you guys would be surprised, man. Some of the coins that you guys look at, if you don't see it doing much action, you got to stop and think that means maybe there's not much money in the marketing wallet for them to be promoting it as adequate as it should be. And then if they are promoting it as adequate as it should be, they're not putting as much into the utility. So that means like Mononoke, they had marketing perfect, beautiful. I know they had a substantial marketing bag. They threw it at the right people at the right time, targeted the right crowd, and it took off. But because they didn't put as much effort into their utility and also relied just on their marketing and money of who they could afford, the coin still flopped after and went up and went right back down.
yep,
It's yeah, we putting you
man.
guys on game, man. How we look at certain devs to determine if this is a project worth working with or even buying into.
I think Buzz is asking if the wallet is working for us. For me, it's
I was
working.
actually typing for you, Bugs. It's working good for me too.
It's
No
working. But
complaints.
personally, I have not sent anything into the wallet. I just been playing with it and looking at how pretty it is. But I
I
haven't
made
really
that
sent no
mistake, man. I
money because
done.
I'd be
I,
ticked off if I send
uh,
money in and I can't take it out.
that's what happened to me with that Lily
So
thing. I think
I'll
now I could be able to take it out, but
yeah.
with
I'll
Cider.Realty, I might
probably
as well leave it.
when is Saitarealty coming out exactly?
It's targeted for March 1st. March 1st
Okay.
is when it should be coming out. I might actually live stream when that happens. I mean,
Oh, that's plenty of times for them to get things to
to
work.
get things to work.
Mm-hmm.
And I like how the app looks now when let me see if you see when the little loading screen for the app
Mm-hmm.
is like how it loads up that little hey, that looks fresh, yo. I think that looks fresh. Little
It's
things like that.
yeah, it's a lot faster now compared to when I had it first.
Yeah, man.
It
It
was
used to
like
bug out, make you
it was
put your email
yeah.
2-3 times in, delete the app, download it back. Let's
Yeah,
see.
it took
We got a good question right here. What market cap do you think Saitarealty can hit in the first 1 to 3 days? Not financial advice.
1 to 3 days, man. If the app is working as it should,
Mm-hmm.
and because traffic,
You thinking
they're gonna
100
they're gonna get
million?
that. I think
I think
100
100
million
million.
the first 1 to 2 days.
And since it's
Because
Saitama, I don't think they'll screw us over with having a bunch of like preloaded wallets that's just gonna dump on us or anything like that, like
yeah,
how Lily
see,
did.
the thing is that's another thing too. It's like I think it'll be a real fair launch, like a real fair launch.
Mm-hmm.
You know what
Because
I
they
mean?
gotta be a Saitama
Yeah,
fan and have the app even just to buy it.
yeah. I don't think we've
So
ever seen a real fair launch before. Like I'm telling you guys, this is. Yeah, I
it's
don't think
straight
I've
up.
ever. It's crazy. Like people get the contract before you get the contract type of stuff.
Even
So
even minutes before you get the
yeah,
contract. Like
10 minutes.
yeah.
You got 10, 20 investors in line with
Yeah.
that contract playing
Like
around with it. And then
exactly.
they're
And
like, well, let me go
they
ahead
don't
and
say it.
let's go ahead and give it to the public.
What's the line that they always say? Some of these people when they do that, hey, if you see a lookalike contract, it's fake. Don't buy it. And sometimes it's true. It is a fake contract
Yeah.
that people make. But for coins that nobody knows about, and they say it's a fake contract, some of the time is actually the real contract. They just loading up the early investors beforehand, telling you guys it's not what it seems, even if
Think
it is
about
what
it.
it seems.
How can you hide that contract when you have to put liquidity in it, right? Can you hide it?
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
and it's gonna show up on Dex too.
Exactly.
You
Yeah,
know,
man. People don't. Yeah. How many zeros of Cider.Realty? I don't know. I'm gonna see if they
probably
even post too much
probably
on their
12.
website. Maybe you
Well,
think 12? I would hope 12. I
if it's
mean,
a fair lunch, no, yeah, that makes sense. How many zeros will it start with? But because I know Uniswap, according to what I heard, Uniswap will require you to actually have oh, that's the man right there, man, Cryptobolics.
Cryptobolics is gonna be with Russ. That's today at 5 p.m. Eastern time. So
Yeah,
I guess 4 p.m. your time.
he released a video not too long ago about I think he released a video today. It was pretty interesting. It kind of gave people an idea as to what's happening with the price of
Mm-hmm.
Saitama and relating to the Ethereum. So it's like, you may have some buys and sells coming in. You may have some buys coming in, but the price doesn't go up. That's because the Ethereum is down.
Yeah,
So once Ethereum
you're
start pumping,
right.
yeah. So
That means the
now,
value in what they bought is gonna go up, thus driving the
yeah,
price. I didn't think of that.
because yeah, it's from the Ethereum network, right? So now your token value, just as much. Ethereum was at $4,000 or something, right? Now it's at under
Uh-huh.
$3,000.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
think about that.
yeah.
So you see how much
Yeah.
Saitama's down.
That's
So
true.
yeah,
Because
it's
even if
not
people
big.
didn't sell, it could just be their bags literally
Yeah,
just dropped half in value because
that's
Ethereum
why
dropped.
even though people are buying, you don't see the price going up because Ethereum keep going
Wow.
down.
Bert, you just dropped a gem, man. Like that just made the most sense I ever thought about. That
Yeah, I got
made the
yeah.
most sense.
People don't
Wow.
get it. So now when you're talking about Saitama's this, Saitama's that, people are dumping. Yeah, it's crypto. People are supposed to buy and sell, right? But we're seeing the holders are going up.
Mm-hmm.
So, but why isn't it going up? Well, look at Ethereum.
Yeah. Yeah.
If Ethereum goes to close to all-time high, our Saitama bag is gonna
We're
be
all gonna
ridiculous.
be
Matter of
sitting
fact,
good then.
any Ethereum token that you have in your wallet right now is gonna go dumb, you know. But
Because even you're right, because even the sales that took place, we still have a big holder count.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure most of the smart whales, even when they took profits, they didn't empty their bags. Even
Yep.
whatever bit they have left, all on Ethereum beating all-time high, that value will instantly surge up.
Yep.
Wow.
So think about. Okay, now you ask yourself, should I buy the dip? Should I not buy
Uh-huh.
the dip? Okay, if I buy the dip, it's not gonna amount to anything. But yeah, it's gonna be. You're gonna have so much more money, in my view, and my opinion,
Mm-hmm.
when the price start going up because you're gonna be holding so many tokens.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
That's true. That's yeah. And looking at Cider I think you're right, Bert. I think we're looking at a 12-0 start based off of the total supply that's there.
bro, can you imagine if this junk come out and it's like literally like 12 zeros? It starts 12 zeros.
I'm telling
Like,
you, because the problem with Lily is that when we saw that contract, it was at like what 10 zeros. We're like, wait a minute. They even
yeah.
tweeted the starting price, and it wasn't even at that zero when it came
And
out.
this
After
is,
we're like, bro,
bro, this is a fair lunch.
yeah, this is a
Zeros
legitimate fair
across. Like,
launch.
at lunch, that token is worth nothing. And as people put money into it, you can see it starts growing from all these zeros. You
Mhm.
see 12, 11 zeros in one, 11 zeros in two, 11. That's a fair lunch to
Yeah,
me.
that's a fair launch.
When you telling
Yeah,
me
man.
that, and this is why I think no token on Uniswap is actually a fair lunch, because it starts with a price. People telling me, oh, Uniswap, it depends on what price Uniswap want us to start. So why are we putting a price when it's
I,
supposed to? There's
I
no
wonder,
holders.
does the liquidity doesn't count towards the actual price either, right? That should be, especially if it's locked.
It's
Or
locked. I wouldn't think
so
so.
it shouldn't. So that means it must be maybe their marketing wallet that is like the starting price for some of these projects. You would think.
Yeah. So put it this way, man. Okay, if a
Mm-hmm.
token's supposed to have 12 zeros, right?
Yeah.
And it start off, it start based on the amount of token that they have, it start off with 10 zeros and
Uh-huh.
two numbers behind it. That means whoever's been holding that bag, that's why pre-sales, man, people talking about pre-sale. Why you think a lot of these wells they dump after the pre-sale at lunch? Because
Exactly,
they
man.
instantly make money.
Exactly. That's why I'm scared of pre-sales, man.
Yeah, well,
If I get if I'm not in the pre-sale, like I don't mind getting a pre-sale, but like if I'm not in a pre-sale and I see a coin coming out that has a pre-sale, I'm like, oh man, might want to wait for the dip before buying. It said Healthy. What's up, Healthy? Said Scott Herman will do another AMA on Saitarealty on Monday as well. Even more bullish. Even more bullish. I think that money, Bert, that they had for Lily, I think even bigger institutional money is waiting for Saitarealty. That's what I honestly think. What
yeah,
about you, man? Because
yeah.
imagine the
Man,
connections they
listen,
got, man.
I really believe Saitama is not thank you, crypto. I think I learned that from somebody else, man.
Yeah,
That's
I
what,
never
yeah,
thought of that, Bert. I always
I
wonder
learned
how
that.
come when
And it
Ethereum
really
goes
is,
up and down, coins follow. It's
yeah,
because it
it's really
controls the
simple.
coins.
Yep. It's really simple, man. When you really think
Whoa.
about it, it's like, oh, snap. So now, because at that point you start blaming the token that you have. If anybody's to blame, it's
Ethereum,
Ethereum.
because it's operating, and maybe
Should be
that's why
crying.
Saitama is so bent on having their own blockchain, because that means the
Yeah,
coins that launch on Saitama's blockchain is only dependent upon Saitama's price.
yeah. So now, so
Ooh.
now it's like, okay, what's gonna happen when Saitama have its own blockchain? What's gonna happen with
Mm-hmm.
this token?
Yeah.
Okay, so they may have to create a bridge or something, I guess. They may
Yeah.
have to create a bridge because they
So people
can't
don't lose out.
yeah, they're not gonna airdrop, probably at that time, we probably like at 1 million holders or something.
Yeah, that's too much to
Gonna
airdrop. I'll
airdrop
be
a million.
honest.
That's
That's
like
too
a
much.
ridiculous amount of money to
That
even
bro,
airdrop people
yeah.
new tokens. Or they could come out and say, hey, stake your token, we'll give you new tokens for whatever. I think that would be the best tactic. Have people stake it
Yeah,
and
and
then
especially
just
at
give
what the
them
price would be by that point too, if you're staking, and if they give
yeah,
a killer APY, that would do the trick. Because Saitama
exactly.
actually has value for whatever tokens you get in reflections and stuff, because it's in that billion plus range.
Yeah. Saitama got way too many utility for people to even listen to a crybaby on Twitter. Yeah, it has way too many utility. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
there's
you
a
know,
lot that's not out
and
yet.
from what I heard, the devs manipulate the price too. You know what I mean? But it makes sense, man. There's like, what would you, if I understand the market, because I was told that some of the devs like dump prior to Las Vegas. Obviously, you're gonna dump.
Really?
You know the app's not gonna come out. You know how people react. What I'm gonna do? Lose money with you? you know, I'm a dump. It
Man,
makes
as cruel
sense.
as it is, it's true.
And then you
Yeah.
come back, you go, hey, that's the name of the game. So just because they're a dev, they're supposed to take a loss? Nah, it just doesn't make sense. You in it
That's
for the
true.
money.
That's true, man.
You
There's no
know,
arguments with that.
only thing people are mad about is the fact that they didn't get a chance to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta be realistic. We gotta be realistic, man. People are all asking way too much, expecting way too much, and it's like, what do you want, man? Make your own decision. Stop
Yeah.
control people. Expecting people to dance to your tune because it's what I think. Well, it's what it's what you think.
No, that's true. That's true, man. And I feel like with Cider.Realty in particular, this coin, I feel like with the Saitama ecosystem and what they're doing, like they're pretty much becoming like a launch pad. So that means in
Yeah,
order to do that, the money that is required, I know they have it, and they're waiting to just inject that into Saitarealty, because since this is like, I guess, literally the second token or the first official token from Saitama's launch pad, so to speak, right?
yeah. Oh, you know what? I want to see. Geez, they don't have a tokenomic for it yet.
For what?
For Saitarealty, I don't remember seeing a tokenomic.
Right here, let's see. Oh, I have
Oh,
a little something.
okay. So
A little
we
something
got
here.
1% burn, 1% reflection. You see what I'm saying? 1% reflection. Like what?
2%
Yeah,
marketing,
2%
5%
marketing. At
capital.
least, okay,
Now,
that's what I want to, because I don't think Saitama has a marketing wallet.
so that means for 2% marketing development, that means, in my opinion, they must have a lot of money lined up for this project, just from the fact that they can just say, okay, 2% is more than enough change for us. That means they must have a lot of money lined up for this type of project. That's what I think.
Yeah, passive income and USD.
Quarterly.
So
So the
hold up, is
passive income.
does that mean the reflection is gonna be in USD?
Hold on, Bert. You think they were listening to our conversation earlier and
I
they
mean,
changed the white
yeah.
paper?
Yeah, I don't remember seeing that, but
Hold on,
passive
Bert. Wait a
income and
minute.
USD.
Yo, so hold on. If we get USD reflections holding Cider.Realty, man. Hey, listen here.
Yeah,
I think now we're talking. Now we're, even if it's only a few dollars on launch day in reflections, that's still something, man.
yeah.
People are gonna want to grow that. They're gonna want to grow
So
that.
so this is what we were talking about, right? The only thing I would change is I would up that reflection a little bit, make it like 3% or something at least.
Yeah, be a little more generous to us holders, you know.
Yeah, because one reflection is really not that much unless
Yeah.
unless you get into like you holding a couple trillion and we have like a mass
Well,
holder count
they
of.
plan on burning. It says 40% being burnt from the 120 quad supply. Now, the question is, when would that burn occur, you think? You think that would be like after we got in on launch day, or like as soon as they launch before anyone really gets money in there?
That's a good question. I hope they don't burn it before.
Yeah, that would kind of screw it up. That
Yeah,
means the
I hope
price
they
would be
don't.
higher to buy in at, pretty much.
Because if think about it, man, if we get in at lunch, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you get in at lunch, and then after that, they do a 40% burn. That's that's
That's
that's gonna,
already we
yeah,
sitting good, and with the little
exactly.
reflections or passive income in USD. Hey,
Yeah, I don't like when they come out and they say, "Well, before lunch we burning 40%." Well, you should.
yeah,
Why did you even come out with
there
a
was no
hundred and
point in having
something?
that total supply.
Yeah, it didn't make no sense. But by you doing it after we buy in, The people that get, I think that would be an incentive to people that's
That
buying
to
in
buy in
early.
early. They should say like, okay, after first 12 hours of launch, we're gonna burn 40% of the supply. You know how much people are gonna be pumping money into that
Yeah,
first 12
because
hours
that
of
way
launch?
you would attract more holders. You would have, like anywhere from 100 to
What's
500
up, Philip?
million, 100 to 500 million dollar market cap, because people would know that, listen, if you get in on the first 2 days,
Mm-hmm.
that 40% burn is happening 2 days later or a week later. I would do a week later. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Hey man, a
Yeah.
week later we're gonna burn 40%. That
Bird,
means
that is
so many
smart.
people is gonna get in food for that first week, and you do that huge burn, boom,
Hey.
that's instant money.
Hey. That's good. Yo. Crypto understood as market manipulation.
It's market manipulation
That's a
either
good
way.
that's a good way to manipulate though.
Yeah, because
Because it gives
you
you an incentive to
manipulating.
hold.
Exactly.
And
It's
the
just
whales are going to be buying it up. And even when they dump, I guarantee a good amount would still have to leave some behind because they know how valuable it's going to be. They know the reflections will be worth it. So it gives an incentive on both ways, whether it
yep.
goes up or down. Wow. I hope they're listening, Bird. That's a good move, what you just said right there. If they
Man,
do it like that.
this is kindergarten mindset, man. But these guys are so, yeah, they're not thinking for the public for real, man. Like these guys are it's not, I'm not talking about, not say time, I'm talking a lot of these devs are really not thinking, bro. Like you think these guys are like, oh yeah, man, these guys are smart, man. This, a
Yeah.
lot of smart people are lacking a lot of common sense.
Yeah. There's book smart and then there's
You
street
don't know
smart.
how people react. Like if you really study people, you'll know how people would react. You'll know how to keep your token,
Keep it
attractive, make your token
alive. Yeah.
attractive,
And
right?
Healthy brought up a good point right here that Saitama currently doesn't have a marketing wallet. So that means if they didn't have a marketing wallet, Saitama doesn't have a marketing wallet, and we saw the marketing that Saitama did. Imagine now that they have a
Let me
project
tell
under their
you,
belt.
okay, let's get into that. Okay,
Uh-huh.
people talking about Saitama devs or manipulating the system or whatever, right?
Uh-huh.
And think about it. It would make sense, man. How are we paying for all these things if we're not pulling money from something? We have to pull money from the project somehow, some way to cover some of these expenses, right?
Exactly.
So in people's mind, they would expect the devs to come out their own pocket to pay. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
how fair is that? You know what I mean? How fair is that? You coming out with an app, which I'm pretty sure is expensive. You did all
Expensive.
these partnership, you all these promotion and this and that, and you expect all this money to come out of these people's pocket. Now, what you need to say is, how is it that Satan was able to do so much with no marketing wallet, but yet you got project with marketing wallets that can't even do half the things that they've done? This is what you want to.
Yeah,
This
man.
is the question you need to ask your favorite fodder on Twitter. Yeah, that's the question you need to ask them, because that goes into the whole saying of doing your research. Because at the end of the day, if a project can do so much without a marketing wallet, why is it the other project with 3%, 4% going into the marketing wallet can't do half of that?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Exactly. And that just goes to show that they really had a lot of money coming in from the jump. So that means in terms of marketing, they know what they're doing with the wallet or not. So now that they have a wallet coming out for Cider man, we don't know how quick or how big this could really pump up to.
Yeah. People are thinking like, they got it all figured out. That's why I like going down my Twitter feed and just shake my head. I'm like, what are you talking about, man? Like, I get it. People didn't learn anything from Shib. We just went through it with Shib. You didn't learn anything. The moment Shib came out and became successful, all the FUD went hiding. Everybody that was fighting, they
You didn't hear
automatically
from
became
them.
Shib Army. All automatically.
You
This
didn't
is
hear,
the same
yeah,
thing that's going to happen, because the utility itself becomes the foundation of that token.
absolutely.
At that point, we didn't even care who Shaitoshi was after that.
We just knew what Saitoshi's doing for us.
Yeah, because the swap became Shib. That's it. The
Yeah.
shot, the swap represents shit. It didn't matter who the dev was at that point because it supports the token.
They stood on what they were gonna do and they did it.
They did it, right? Um, and
And
people look so deep into Saitama because they have people to put a face. They have a face to put on that project. So that's why
exactly.
Saitama get a lot more FUD. And a lot of it is not FUD. A lot of it is questionable
It's
transactions
good.
or
Yeah.
questionable things
Yeah.
that's happening on the back end. So yeah, it's like, I've got people that's been in the dev, like close to the dev, that have told me junk about Saitama. But because I know, how crypto operate, according to history, I'm like, yeah, what you're saying is true, but I'm still not
Mhm.
selling because I
Hey,
just
yeah.
I know what's gonna happen if they get the app to work properly. I know what's gonna happen.
Is that we hear all the skepticism and I get it too, man. I get it. People will try to like warn, like, hey man, if you're still holding Saitama, just beware of this, that, and the other. But it's like at this point, we've been holding so long that it's like, okay, well, I'll take my chances. I'll take my
It,
chances.
listen, it really doesn't matter once if they can come out with the utility, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Like, put it
Exactly.
this way. Most devs, no devs is transparent.
Yeah.
So if you can talk to me about Saitama, you can talk to me some you got dirt on Shib. Because every project has some type of dirt. There's no perfect project, there's no perfect dev. They're not telling you guys
Exactly.
everything. So it's like, why you trying to manipulate my mind for me to sell my Saitama? Man, listen. Nah.
Yeah.
And you know the
Yeah.
thing is, think
What?
about all the people that every day they wake up, they're
Mm.
bashing Saitama. Like, literally, in America, time is money. If you got so much time to invest to bash it, at some point in time, I'm thinking to myself, you getting paid for it because you got way too much time and way too much motivation to just sit there and investigate and search and this and that to tell me you're not getting anything out of it. Like, really,
That's facts.
like, you know Russ personally to hate him that much? Did he do something personally to have that type of energy to put into research every single day? Like, literally, I got
Yeah,
people that I
man.
know every single day they bashing this one project. Like,
Yeah,
while at the
man.
same time we still forget about Suzuki that just rugged us blind.
Right?
Nobody's
And we
saying
don't talk
anything
about
about
that
that
no
no
more.
more. Like, if you want to do research, go invest all your energy into research who that dev is. Yeah, it's like, I've even told that
Yeah.
it was the Saitama theirs, like the Suzuki. That I hear all kinds of stuff, man.
This man, listen, you're right. These days, it's really hard to tell what is what. But I believe that, man, in this day and age with all the rug pulls and stuff like that, and people trying to, be the, like, what do you call them? You call them the crypto police?
Crypto police, man. Crypto police. Like,
I,
I respect some of the guys, like the Rise Up guys. I respect them
mhm.
boys because they know what they're doing, right? They know how to go deep into the contract and did that. But
Yeah.
still, that still doesn't mean too much, right? That still doesn't mean too much. It does mean that it helps you to be able to look at things a bit deeper. But
Hmm.
at the end of the day, it's like, okay, listen, if these guys could come out with the utility, all that don't matter because we know they're in it for the money. They making
Exactly.
their money. Just come out with a utility so we can make our money too. That's all I worry about.
Exactly. They just gotta own both ends of the bargain. They can't
Just
just look
don't
out for their end and then forget about us.
just don't rug us. Barry says he doesn't trust Ryan Patrick because he's pushing Lily Finance and Terrarium. Okay, let me tell you something. I
You spoke
spoke
to
to
Ryan.
Ryan Patrick maybe a week ago, right? We had an hour conversation, and I could tell you from a content creator standpoint, and this is what I want you guys to understand.
Hmm.
All right, this is a lot of us. For a lot of us, this is our job, right? See, a content creator, what does that mean? We create content.
Yeah. That's
Doesn't matter.
our sole role.
It's and this is why most content creators tell you, hey, this is for educational entertainment purposes only, and this is what it is, right?
Yeah.
Think about a content creator, a shiller. There's many projects. All the project that you own right now, you've heard it from a shiller or a content creator, right?
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
that means that we've done our job. Now, to decide the ones that you like or not is up to you. So just as much as we talking about Saitama, there could be somebody in here that's looking and that have their own different ideology, different belief on Saitama, don't like Saitama because Saitama didn't deliver according to their own expectations. Now, is that the content creator's fault? No, it's not. That's just your own expectation, your own ideology on that project. So now Lily Finance is Lily Finance. There's many people that don't like Lily Finance. There's many people that like Lily Finance. But where do we stand on that?
Yeah.
How can I say, well, I don't like this person for talking about this project? Maybe they believe in it. Maybe they paying them. But does that matter? Does that make him a bad person because he chooses he's doing his job, right?
Yeah.
Now that's up to you whether you like the project or not. That's up to you whether you believe in the project or not. But you cannot hold it against somebody because they choose to do their job. They're doing their job, right? And Ryan Patrick could turn around and talk about a different project tomorrow, and you get in it and you make gains.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Even also with Rodney, well, he says also known as Fudney. I watch Rodney's content on a regular basis. You know, I feel like his opinions and views on Saitama is quite opposing to us Wolfpack members, but a lot of things that he does say, it's facts as well. It's factual things as well. Even if it's not what we want to hear, sometimes it's not everything that we want to hear that's correct, but a lot of facts are being said. I don't look at it as fun. I look at it as just like a healthy type of. We need that type of healthy disagreement. You know what I mean? We need that type of where I feel like there's something wrong with this. All right, let's address it with Russ or something like that, and then get some clarity. I feel like it ultimately in the big picture, it enhances the trust of even the non-believers as well.
Let's put it this way. I think it really boils down to how you talk about the product. Like I'll talk about Terrarium. I got like 2 or 3 videos on Terrarium, right? Yeah. And my thing is, and when you come to my channel, that's the first thing I tell you. That's why you think I always tell people I'm not your daddy, and I'm not. I'm a content creator. I'm not your detective. I'm not gonna look into contract and dig dip, and that's your job. So you want me to do it's like my thing is just this the same thing. And I keep it real with people. Like I don't have time to be out here trying to be like this, Mr. Man, listen. I create content. This is my channel. You don't like it, go create your own channel and do something different. That's point blank. I could care less. Nobody can tell me what to do with my channel. That's my channel. Since when did people pay me to talk how they want me to talk about the project they want me to talk and this and that? But guess what? Today I'll talk about a project, you make money off of it. Tomorrow I talk about a project and it rug pull you. But guess what? When you get rug pulled, oh man, Bert, I can't believe, man. Hey, I can't stand that guy. But guess what? Remember yesterday you made money off that same project I talk about? Did you send me some money too? You ain't sending me no money.
Yeah.
So it's okay for you. Yeah, it's okay for you to come after me because you got rug pulled off a project that I talk about that you should have researched on. But it's not okay for you to turn around and send me some money when you aped in onto a project that I talked about too. So it's the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Same ideology. I think people are just people's expectation of other people is unfair.
Yeah. You know, some creators are held to a way higher light, but in the end of the day, they're just as human and just as much of an investor as we all are.
Yeah.
It's really what it is. What's up, Too Big Crypto? Hope everything's going good with you as well. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, man, that's how I'm looking at it, man.
No, Crypto Web. Yeah, man. I don't take that into no, it's nothing personal. I don't take it personal, but it's just the reason why I give it that response is because it's logical. That's the logical way of thinking, right? And I think a lot of people are addressing these things on emotional aspects, and this is why we can't think logically when we can't appreciate. And I think every content creator should be appreciated because we actually helping to bring crypto forward. Whether I like you and I don't like you. But we're doing something we're doing something that is so very important in the crypto space.
Absolutely.
But I feel like the way that content creators are being attacked based on people's expectation, it makes it harder for us because now we expected to, people, you know what I hate when people say, well, they didn't do their research before they talk about it. I'm not entitled to do no research. Like, I'm
We
gonna tell
do.
you right now, no YouTuber is gonna tell you that. I'm not entitled to do the research for you. What I look like?
Yeah, technically not.
No, I'm not entitled to do none of that junk. That's you. That's why people say go do your own research. You know what I mean? Oh, so it makes sense for you to you see a stranger on YouTube talking about a project,
Uh-huh.
and all of a sudden he's a stranger, right? You probably won't even listen to your own family member to go spend money somewhere. But you see a stranger on YouTube talking about a project, and then because they talk about it, you go solely just on based on what they're saying. You go to another stranger and give that stranger your money for a project they putting out. So
Yeah.
not only you listening to a YouTuber who's a stranger, you go into that project who's being run by a stranger and you put your money without not taking any account that I need to research anything. So you don't trust two strangers with your money, and then you
Yeah.
turn around and just blame somebody and blame that you blame the YouTuber. I even think the devs is not even supposed to be blamed on to a certain level. It's like like you got to blame yourself along the line too. Like, where do you
Yeah,
blame yourself at?
accountability goes all the way around.
Yeah.
Yep. It
Where do
goes
you
all the way around.
where do you hold yourself accountable at in this whole scenario? Like, I lost
Yeah.
$30,000. Like, I can't believe Bert. I can't believe Jazz. I can't believe the dev. Like, where do you fall into the picture? Do you blame yourself at all? That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's true. A crypto webinar is saying a lot of investors are married to a coin. Exactly. Exactly. It's like that, but a lot of
They're married to a community. It's like joining the game and the gang in the hood. Back in the gang, like, you initiated, you change your name into, now all of a sudden you got the little picture of your community token. Like,
yeah.
you go hard. Like, guess
Yeah, like,
what?
but some of the people that you think go the hardest for a project, they're taking profits too as they climb to the top. And sometimes, that's actually the essential meaning of diamond hands. Diamond hands is not, you don't take a single piece out the pie even when it's at all-time high. It means that you know when to scrape from the top, but essentially you're still holding a big portion of your bag because you expect it to be a bigger amount. You could do like, what's his name, Pearl the Dogecoin millionaire. He was the example, the only example I know that was actually 100% solid diamond hands, never took profits. But what that costed him was a $3 million portfolio from last year, now worth, I think, like barely 500,000 or something like that.
Yeah,
It's a big drop. I mean, it's a bit. And had he have
it's a
taken
big
maybe
drop.
like 500K or even take out 1 million out when Doge was at the very top, and he left like 2 million in or 1.5 million behind, he could still say he's diamond hands. Why? Because he's still holding a way bigger sum than what the average investor was holding in that
Yeah.
coin, and he secured his bag. So that's just an example, guys. Nothing wrong with taking profits.
You
It's
know,
okay to
you
stand
you
with a
you
coin.
you know the crazy thing is, and as I'm thinking about this whole, content creator responsibility, and I
Mm-hmm.
really think a lot of us get hurt with that because of the fact that there's so many projects that I personally could talk about that I'm scared to talk about it because
Yeah.
I'm gonna be responsible if it rugs,
Yeah.
right?
And
There's so many projects that I could bring forward to people. I get access to a lot of new projects.
and exactly,
I
and it's
can't talk
hard
about it.
because there's a lot that you
Look
got
at
to turn down
look
because it doesn't
look at
look as.
Shib Toro came out. I knew about Shib Toro before it came out. I know about Terrarium before it came out. I know about so many projects before they came. I got my phone right now. I get calls all the time that like inside calls about
Mhm.
project that's coming out maybe a month from now, maybe a week from now, some a few days from now. I can't even bring it to the public and say, hey man, just keep an
Because
eye out.
we don't
Because
know if
guess
it's
what?
trustworthy yet.
These dumb-dumbs gonna blame me if that project get rug pulled. But at the end of the day, there could be an opportunity for them to turn $100 into $5,000-$10,000. I can't do
Very
that
true.
for them because of the mindset that they've been poisoning people's minds. Oh, the content creator is at fault. No, I have to give me freedom to do my job. Maybe I could help you, but you
Yeah.
have to take it up on yourself to know where you want to put your money in. I should be free to put any project out there that I want to put my money in. I should be free to put any project out there that I want to put my money in. I should be free to put any project out there that I want to put my money in. I should be free to put any project out there that I want to put my money in. I should be free to put any project out there that I want to put my money in. I should be free to put any project out there that I want to put my money in. I should be free to put any project out there that I want to put my money in. I should be free to put any project out there that I want to put my money in. I should be free to put any project out there that I want to put my money in. I should be free to put any project out there that I want to put my money in. I should be free to put any project out there that I want to put my money in. I should be free to put any project out there that I want to put my money in. I should be free to put any project out there that I want to put my money in. I should be free to put any project out there that I want to put my money in. I should be free to put any project out there that I want to put That's crypto, man.
Without feeling any type of like responsibility behind
It's
that
like,
project. If they,
come on, you know how much, I know Mananoke is not doing so good right now, but you know how many people that I was able to put into Mananoke and made some good money. They made some good money.
Yeah,
So
man.
now you probably see my
I just
video
didn't
three.
take profits in
Yeah,
time.
you saw my
Hey,
video.
Bert,
I
Barry,
can't
like
tell.
who the
See, that's the
plug?
thing. But that's the okay. Good. Hey, Barry. This is why I always tell people to build relationships. See, when you are here on Twitter, when you bashing other project, it's hard for you to build relationship. Build relationship, and people will share you projects. There's people. I got people from all over the world. I got people in UK. I got people in Africa. I got people in Canada. I got people all over the place that I communicate with. That's constantly, shilling me project. They'll come to me and talk to me about it. Hey man, this is what I'm working. I got a kid in Canada right now who's working on 3 projects. That man is so connected. He's connected with people in NASA.
Whoa.
Okay. He's so connected, right? I have access to a lot of this information that I can't even create content with because there's so many crybabies in the space. Because content creators, the expectation for us is so out of this world, where I'm like, look, man, get off my back. You know what I mean? I'm not nobody's daddy, man. I'm not supposed to be out here doing your homework for you, man. Don't nobody send me a check so when they make money off a project or shill.
That's true.
Like look at what they did to Brenda Wolf. They're bashing Brenda Wolf, but you know what? Brenda Wolf, he shilled me a few bad projects, but I guarantee you, he shilled me a few good projects. And one of the projects he shilled me, I was dumb enough not to sell, but I put in $1,000. That thing went up to $50,000 in 1 hour.
Jesus,
all right? But you know what?
If I can, with them
if I can bash him for a bad project, I should be able. If I had cash out that $50,000, guarantee you, I'm not going to send them $10,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
I get what you're saying. Keep it both ends of the spectrum. If you're going to bash them when it goes bad, then reward them when it goes good as well.
Yeah, but you know what? Your favorite YouTubers not going to talk to you like this. They're not going to tell you. They're not going. That's what it's called being real.
Hey,
people that help you to think.
With that Patreon, Bert, you ever thought of that?
It's too much work for Patreon. A lot of work.
Yeah, man. I mean, another thing, guys, Telegram, man. That's where I've been learning a lot. Connecting with a lot of different call groups and stuff like that. Doesn't mean all of them are worth it. I mean, and I disclose all the time. They're gambles. 90% of them are gambles.
Crypto Web said he scares me when he's mad. It ain't that I scare you. I get you to think a different way, man. It's like the reality of crypto is like most of us are living a dream, but you don't want to see the reality. The reality is your money came from your pocket.
Yeah.
Your money, the responsibility of how you spend your money is in your hand.
Exactly.
It's not in nobody. I'm tired of people trying to put the responsibility of how people invest their money into somebody else's hand. Now, when you pay, if I got a Patreon, right? Mm-hmm. And you paying my Patreon to get access to these projects. Now, at this point, I'm responsible for your investment because I'm shilling. And even still, you still have to do your own. That's why I would never start a Patreon. But I dare somebody to come at me telling me, oh yeah, Bert, you talk about this project. So far, none of my projects that I've been on my show have been rug pulled because I do things different. That's why I start doing AMAs. Don't nobody did more AMAs than me. Your favorite YouTuber's not gonna say that. They got that from me. All these fools out here just doing AMAs left to right, they got that junk from me.
Some of you guys don't realize, but a lot of the coins that some people get on their AMAs in the higher content realm, they actually get them from watching Bert's show.
Yeah,
and they scope out Bert's show and they see, do they seem worth bringing to a bigger platform, or should we just let them be? Because every coin is always a risk for any content creator. Yep. Even the big creators, whether you're a small creator, is always a risk because there's a face attached.
You know the thing too. I'm gonna tell you guys something. When a project comes out, there's no money. Mm-hmm. It's a new project. Not only there's risk, but there's no money. So why is it you got a project, right? Yeah. Or let's take GOAT for example. GOAT. Mm-hmm. Y'all hear about GOAT. okay, let's take Goat Token. Goat Token is a great project, right?
Yeah.
The devs have done everything in their power to create security and trust. So why is it no big YouTubers not talking about it? You know why? The marketing wallet is not full yet. They know they're not sitting on too much money, so they can't charge them $20,000, $30,000, even $100,000 to make a video.
You guys would be
So
surprised
you
how
can't
much some of
afford,
these
they can't
YouTube shows
afford it.
are.
So with me,
Yeah.
I was doing that junk based on donation. So any project, any new project, when people was talking about, oh, Dev don't want to come on camera, I proved them wrong. It's a lie. It's just the fact that they're charging so much. These devs probably don't have the money yet,
The
the
money to
marketing
pay
wallet. You know
for
what I
it to
mean?
be on your favorite YouTuber shows.
Exactly. Like a
That's
lot
really
of the
it.
projects that are new, their marketing wallet could be locked, so they can't afford to pay $10,000, $20,000. So these YouTubers, that's why you see a YouTuber will tweet about a project when it starts pumping. That's letting you know, hey, I'm looking at you now.
Yeah.
I'm ready
It's
to
like,
talk to you
I
now
know
because I
the
know you
marketing
got
wallet's
money.
looking fat
Man,
enough
listen,
now. Like,
man.
yeah.
Hey, yo, I'm
We're
gonna tell
putting you
you,
on game, guys.
your
What
your
other stream do you
your
know you
favorite
can get
YouTuber's
behind the
favorite
scenes
YouTuber
YouTube
not gonna tell
gems?
you about this.
Yeah. That's exposing the business. But hey, we talk about transparency, and transparency is what we keep it as, man. This is how the game goes, man.
Hey,
What's up,
man.
Natalia?
Natalia, don't worry, man. You in the clan. You in the clan.
Yep.
You in the clan. I already talked to Jazz, man.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's the thing is, hey, let me tell you, I'd advise everybody if all of you could become YouTubers, man, I'm telling you, YouTubers are very valuable in the game.
Very.
Very valuable.
Right now, even
And
things may be slow because the markets are bad, but trust me, guys, that's what I was telling Bert off camera. Like a lot of these coins that we've seen that made so much money for all of us investors in a short amount of time, it was based off of how much YouTube exposure they had. Now, a lot of these new products that come out with smaller marketing wallets, some of them have good marketing wallets, but they're not using it in a way that's going to produce long-term returns on their project. So that's why so many coins that come out, even though they have good marketing wallet balances, they still die after like a week or two because they're too busy throwing the money to specific shillers that don't want to really build a relationship with that project, but they just want to get a quick money. Okay, this guy has 100K followers or whatnot. I'm gonna throw him $10,000, $20,000, whatever his price is, and they'll do a couple of tweets, put them in certain call chats, and after that, it'll build some quick hype. Some whales are gonna come in, pump the price up, but they're gonna dump that price because they're not putting money out where it really matters, which is on YouTube. Like before I did YouTube, the only time I would buy a coin is if I saw a lot of YouTubers talking about it. Then it'll let me know, okay, this is circulating enough where I feel good enough to go on the website, do my own research, and see, should I actually put my money into this? A lot of these new devs aren't thinking that way because it requires more, what would you say, Bert? More like a long-term commitment. It's like when you're with a YouTuber making content and you got them on payroll like that, the developer has a responsibility now too, because if they're not doing much with their coin, the YouTuber is not going to have much to talk about their project, which means the developer is just wasting money because there's no content to be made in return for that money. So it puts the developer to the test. Like, you got to keep busting things out with this project if you want to keep this afloat and if you want to see a return on your marketing investment.
I did 2 videos for Terrarium, right? I did 2 videos for Terrarium, and that's why I know people have their own ideology as far as whether they should trust them or not. Like I said, I'm a content creator, and I appreciate my content being shared, right? Not because YouTube don't pay me. I mean, YouTube don't pay me.
It's like baby
YouTube don't pay.
change, baby
Okay,
change. Yeah,
YouTube don't pay. I do what I do for. I could potentially turn this into a business where it becomes valuable, and I build a lot of connections for what I do. So there's a lot of value that comes on the back end for what I do, because obviously I'm not there yet to be charging people $10,000 for a video, none of that stuff, right?
We also got to be realistic too,
But I'm building a lot of connections, which means it's allowing me to get to know people that I probably wouldn't have known. Like I said, Africa, Canada, UK. The first few people that I met was in UK, millionaires and you know, people with ridiculous amount of money and connections, you know, huge connections, man. So I do that. But going back to Terrarium, I did 2 videos for Terrarium, and I think that was the only project that I noticed that actually used videos properly. Everybody that joined their Telegram group, they have 3 or 4 YouTubers that did videos for them. Automatically, when you join, instead of telling you welcome and this and that, they have the welcome, but they also have those videos attached. They have those videos attached. But it's burning my battery because I get so many notifications. Because every time somebody comes, they shield that video because that's what you do. That's why you had the video done. Instead of people asking you questions, they go watching that video. So automatically
get a good
they
overview
know
of what the project is.
Yeah. So it's like, why you have me do a video and you're not even showing it to your people? That's the whole idea.
There's so much stuff, guys, as to why some of your favorite projects aren't off the ground yet, and us learning this behind the scenes, being a creator, it's just
people
it's a lot, man.
Yeah, people like, I'm gonna have Jay Gagan do a video for me. Okay, cool. What are you gonna do with it after that?
Yeah,
just to say that you should be shilling that video like crazy everywhere.
Like crazy.
You should be paying money for that video to be out there. You should be Google adding that video.
Adding it, you know,
like I shouldn't be Google adding that video. You should. That's your video, right?
Them devs aren't thinking like
They're not
from
thinking.
a real marketing perspective of how to get things off the ground. They gotta use the same strategy that companies selling products do. You know, they pay certain search engines and things like that to boost in the algorithms. They pay for specific target placements of who should we target to click on this content and whatnot. A lot of these devs aren't doing that with their coins. And the only reason I could think is that maybe they're not taking their project as serious as they could be, because that's really what it requires. When you take something serious, you can do whatever it takes to get it off the ground.
Let me tell you, these devs are already making their money on the front end, on the back end, and instantly they make their money. So it's like, it's easy to make the money. You know, you don't have that motivation to do whatever it takes.
Exactly.
That's why you see a lot of them are just doing the minimal amount of work, although they're sitting on a lot of money in a marketing wallet. Like, why are we not using Google ads? Why are we not using Facebook ads? Why are we not using YouTube ads? Right?
TikTok.
All of these is power. Targeted marketing. Why are we not using targeted marketing to target people that's Googling cryptocurrency?
Exactly.
Or why are we not using targeted marketing to target people that's tweeting about, that's not even tweeting, but that's on YouTube looking about cryptocurrency?
Exactly.
That's what targeted marketing is all about.
Targeted marketing would actually be even cheaper on the developer's marketing wallet, because the money that they spend for their favorite YouTuber to shill a project one time, if that was put into a marketing goal and they paid a minimal amount for like a YouTuber to just have the content there, they would be making so much more in return in terms of volume.
I think it's $12,000 if I'm not mistaken. It's somewhere around $10,000 and $12,000 to get trended on
for Dex2 is trending. Yeah, it's like 10 to 12 grand alone.
That $10,000 and $12,000, you could build your whole community. You could pump that. You could divide that and pump it up into Google for targeted marketing. Facebook, you could divide that, and for a week that would probably gain you like thousands of investors.
Exactly. And if the product is hot, if they believe in their project, then it'll have a return. It won't be instantly, but it's spreading awareness, and that's the real way to spread awareness on things using the internet. A lot of these devs,
because think about it,
thinking
you get some investors for that $12,000. You get some, not much, because when you see it, if you see right now whatever project that's trending right now on Dex2, go to the chart. Is it really reflecting that much? Sometimes depends on the token, it's not reflecting that much, so you're not getting that many investors for your $12,000. No, you're not.
But you spend that on someone to talk about the coin and then target it in the right areas and communities, then that's different, because now they're hearing something with substance to make them say it's called a call to action.
Yeah.
Trending on DEX tools, that works if your coin is already going parabolic and you need more people to see, hey, look at how parabolic this chart is looking. Don't you want a piece of this? Then that's a better, that's a better time to pay for trending stuff. Yeah, man. They should make us devs, Bert. They should make us marketing devs on some of these projects,
They
bro.
need they need us to be advisors. I'll be
They
happy
need
to be an
consultants.
advisor.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
need some
consultant. I'll
marketing
be happy to
advisement.
do
That's
that
what they
for them
need.
because it's a lot of these smart people that's missing a lot of logic. They have no type of
Yeah,
logic behind the way they go about doing things. And this is why I tell people,
exactly.
I say, man, listen, you cannot have a successful project if you don't know nothing about business, nothing about marketing. A lot of these
Exactly.
guys talk about marketing, and marketing is so behind when it comes to crypto. That's why I tell people I
Super.
want to come out with a marketing platform for crypto because they don't get it.
I feel like that'll kill it
They
in the
don't get
game,
it. I
bro.
would
That'll
create
be
an
big
army
time.
of YouTubers. I'd have an army of YouTubers. I'd have a marketing platform. I'd have it so you could post your job. I know somebody's gonna steal that, but that's okay. You could post your job onto that platform where people could come out and tweet, and you get an incentive just for tweeting from that platform. Okay,
Imagine
you
how
could
much people will
post.
be tweeting
Yeah,
and just chilling a project if they see like they're getting
yeah. You
compensated
get.
for it.
That's the thing.
What?
These people got us tweeting about projects for free.
Yeah.
Like, and then we doing it. Like, really?
Yeah.
And then guess what? And they got a shilling group where they paying these people to shill, but you shilling that project free. How's that?
Yeah.
How about come out with a certain incentive? Your marketing wallet is, how much people would want to shield this project if they know they were getting some type of
Exactly.
incentive?
They'll draw new investors in and say, okay, you're a new investor. You want to see this coin hit where you can make some money? Well, you got to do the work and start shilling it and stuff. You know what I'm saying? They want the investors to do the work that the devs been supposed to have taken care of already. That's why I like projects like Saitama, because Saitama did it smart where they went straight to the big dogs, got the right type of marketing done, even without a marketing wallet. So it was making so much of a buzz that us creators are making content without even caring about if we get compensated by Saitama or not, because it's just a community that we feel a part of and a project that we believe in, that we know we're gonna see returns regardless. Like,
Exactly. And on top of the fact that Saitama don't have a marketing wallet,
yeah, that says a lot. That says a whole lot.
to have been able to do so much. Ooh, man, I got some Olive Garden over here.
You said you want to go eat your thing, Bert?
No,
I ain't even eat lunch.
I'm good, bro. I could eat right here. They're gonna have to
Okay,
bear with me while
cooling,
I'm eating.
cooling,
Hey,
man.
I don't mind. Ooh, Jazz.
Yeah, man.
These people don't know what's coming in the next few weeks. I can't tell them.
Mhm.
I have not made no announcement.
I'm not saying nothing. Don't worry.
Don't say no. They're just gonna see it. Thank you, babe. They're just gonna see it.
I'm telling you guys, that's all that's missing, man. Some of these projects, I'll be honest, man, it's seeing a lot of these new coins. There's like at least like 3 to 4 coins being launched like per day that none of us even find out about. I'm telling you, like, that's the cold truth. The problem is that most of these coins, they're only thinking short term of making a quick money grab. That's all it is. It's just quick money grabs. So like, even a lot of them, I don't even buy into most of them that come out. Why? Because the only way you can actually profit, because they're so short term in how they think of some of these projects that they launch, the only time you can profit is just buying if you can get in within the first 20 to 30 minutes and launch. At that point,
I
you
could
can maybe make some money. Like, it's crazy.
I could tell you guys Shibtoro. I know about Shibtoro. What is it? Shibrobi. We know about Shibrobi.
Yeah.
What is it? Cliff Nobi. We knew about Cliff
Cliff
Nobi.
Nobi. Yep. I
Before it
got a
came
video
out.
with them coming tonight or
Mendax.
tomorrow.
Mendax back in the day. I knew about Mendax. And I did
Yeah,
an
you
AMA
were the
for
first one
Mendax.
with Mandox. I remember that.
Everybody just
Everybody
ignored
took
Mendax.
Mandox. I didn't hear about Mandox till they were on your show, Bert. And then after you, I saw them on these other YouTubers. Then you see Jay Gagan now talking about Mandox. I'm like, yo, I look at the cycle.
They went to pay Jake Gagan, my boy, man, and he deserved to make money off of what he does. But this is why I would never do anything for free for nobody no more, because of the fact that a lot of these projects, they never come back and say, Bert, man, we appreciate you, bro. You making money
You know,
now? Come back and look out for me because I ain't charged you the first time. You know what I
Bert was
mean?
doing a
Because
lot of stuff for free, guys. A
man,
lot of these
I could
AMAs.
tell you all these projects that right now, you know, they got great potential, but I don't trust these devs, man, because at the end of the day, I test people. I do something for you for free. I show you who I am. Now I give you a chance to show me who you are, and then you act like you don't know.
It
Yeah,
happens, man. It's
yeah.
Bert's witnessed that a few times, guys. Behind the scenes, we see
That's
it's
why I'm
like,
like, yo,
dang.
listen, man. Yeah, these guys, a lot of these guys, man, they're not who you think they're not who you think they are.
Mm-hmm. That's why so much coins that come out. I don't even. The only one that I put on YouTube, I'm doing Cliff Nobi because that's actually a coin that I bought into, and then we worked out something where I can get compensated for talking about their coins and videos. And even then, you know, I'm like, I'm gonna do a video tonight because I know they got an AMA and they're gonna be dropping some new info on their utility because right now they have a staking feature. But a lot of other coins, you know, a lot of other coins, not Cliff Nobi, but other projects, they don't even have much utility for a content creator to touch base on. So it's
What
like
project?
essentially you want to shield a coin. It's like, yeah,
Inuyasha got that project. What's the name of that project? That science project?
the scientific DAO. Is that what it is? The
Yeah.
science DAO?
Isn't that that's a pre-sale, right? They got
I
pre-sale
think
going
yeah,
on.
it's a pre-sale. It's a pre-sale.
I'm not gonna lie. I would want to work out a deal with Inuyasha.
Yeah, man. I wish we could have even got a hold of them guys like before they became who they are now. That's the thing. You never know in this market who's gonna be the next big one and who's gonna just wither away.
But
But I mean,
most of the project that comes out from Inuyasha are good projects. They do good.
they are, man. They really and
Because
truly are.
Inuyasha being a launch pad, they don't just take project just to take project. You have a certain things that you have to get done, and you have a certain guideline that has to be followed
Mhm.
before you can even be qualified to just for them to launch you. So
Yeah, and I feel like that's what Saitama's doing in that exact same route. And I
mm-hmm.
feel like other coins, like going into the future, once the whole meme coin frenzy hype kind of dies down, I feel like a lot of these newer projects are gonna have to start kind of forming that type of alliance, like what these launch pads have, you know, where they kind of they have their own community established and they're taking that and creating a spider web of other projects underneath their belt. I feel like that's the route that a lot of these new developers are going to have to start taking if we want to see things continue going in the right direction.
Boy, time fly when you're having a good time. 2 hours already went
Yeah, it's
by.
been 2 hours in this thing.
That's crazy, bro.
I know, man. And still looking at the Saitama price, it's just still just hanging underneath that 1 billion level. I'm hoping we see a good pump, man. I'm sure we should be seeing a good
I
pump
think we're gonna
going
see
into the
that. We're gonna
launch.
see that during
Like that
probably
weekend.
when Saitarealty comes out.
Yeah, like them last couple of days leading up to Saitarealty.
Because it's
It'd
a
be
lot of people that's gonna be buying Saitama to
buying
buy
Saitama.
Realty.
Exactly.
And then but I don't think there's gonna be a dump with Realty. I highly doubt it. I mean,
I don't think so.
if
I'm gonna
they
take
market,
profits when it
yeah,
pumps, but like
if
I
they
won't
market it
dump.
right, like for me personally, like I don't see the point of taking, like for me, not you guys don't, because if we getting USDT as reflections, bro,
Yeah. Good
why
point,
would I
man.
yeah,
Yeah, you made a point,
that's
bro.
pretty much
You don't want to take the whole bag
yeah,
out.
you really paying me to hold.
That's an incentive to
Yeah.
diamond hand.
This is this would be a token that I'd be proud to tell people about because they can actually really make money if they hold. Now I'm not getting tokens, I'm actually getting USDT
USD. You
tokens,
can
which is
cash
actual
out at
money.
any time with no gas fees and none of
Because
that stuff.
think about it, bro. If I'm getting USDT or ETH and reflections, right?
Yeah.
It really beats getting reflections in your own token, because if your tokens is not
100%.
valuable, if your token is
It's
low,
it's a big gamble. It's worthless.
yeah,
Like the reflections aren't worth
worthless.
nothing. Yeah. There's a lot of coins that use their reflections of their own token as a way to make people want to hold. But essentially it's like
worth
for
nothing.
what? It's worth nothing. It's worth a 0.0000 of a penny. Let's see. Rob asked, Will we need ETH to buy Cider I don't think so. I think it's gonna be Saitama to buy Cider because it's exclusively launching on the Saitama's platform, just like what Lily was supposed to do. So yeah, man. Dan, you would imagine if Lily would have stuck on the Saitamask launchpad and then they came out with Cider after that too. Oh my gosh.
I can't. I don't know, man. I like this whole Lily thing. I don't know. It's kind of
Long
hard to
term,
really.
I'll put my money out. I mean,
It's
when
it's
I
not the
saw what they did,
it's not the project itself. They got a great project, man. If they can pull what they said in their white paper, if they can pull that off, man, Lily Finance would be something huge. But that's if they can pull it off. But with the whole them not dealing with Saitama, like I know there's more to it than that. There's a lot of things that are not being speak. But I understand this.
yeah,
Saitama made Lily Finance to be as big as it is right now. The
I
community.
fully believe it. Yeah, like
Yeah, a
I
lot of
wouldn't have
people.
even thought twice about it if it
Yeah,
wasn't for Saitama. I'm being
yeah.
honest.
And because Saitama, Lily Finance was never a community type token.
No,
Saitama made it a community token.
you saw
You
how
see
Lily
how?
moved when they went on
Mhm.
Uniswap. They very closed off people
Yeah,
in their
exactly.
own
You see when
circle.
the whole thing was going crazy,
No
Brad
one
didn't
was
even
there.
Brad the devs didn't even want to come out and face the public.
They waited till the day after to
it was
send
what's
Dell
his
out.
name that was getting beat down by the community. Del
Yeah,
Crypto was
no
getting beat
crypto.
down by the community, and I personally even Twitter, I'm like, yo man, I salute you there, but Brad need to come out here and take this beat down. But
Yeah,
he was
man.
nowhere to be found. And then the next day, I believe that's when he came out and tried. And even the way that they were talking to the people, you could tell they were not in tune with the
They're
public.
not community
So yeah,
people.
so
That's why I put my money out.
Saitama built Lily Finance. Now, don't get me wrong, Lily Finance, they got money.
Mm-hmm.
They got money.
They
But
you don't got to worry about with their
yeah,
marketing wallet, especially what was
but
that 15%.
I don't think Lily Finance is meant to be a community project. That's like what we used to in crypto. It's
Yeah.
people that has really real money that's gonna be pumping into Lily Finance. That's what I believe.
Mm-hmm. It's not gonna be like a project where we can all champion together.
Yeah,
It's either you got money, you can make some more money off, but and the question is how much would it pump to? Because it's at 50 million. So even if it was 100x from this point, it has to be worth like like more than Ethereum's market cap. I
yeah.
think
But
Lily.
think about it. They're the only one in this in the space that they're in right now.
That's true.
They're
So
the only
yeah,
one.
that's true.
It would be dumb for them not to make it work, man. They don't have no competition where they are right now.
That's true. It's just whoever's riding with them, and they still
Yeah,
got $50 million sitting in there of market cap.
yeah. This
And
is pretty
so,
much kind of like what Goat is doing, right?
mm,
With the payment transaction, and they're doing that with you know the healthcare industry, which
yeah,
is huge.
maybe Goat and Lily would do. Well, I don't know if they wouldn't work with Lily. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
The people got to be more transparent on the Lily end. Let's see.
exactly.
People are saying, will we need Ethereum gas? That's a good question with Saitamask. Will the gas come out of Ethereum? I mean, I don't have any Ethereum in Saitamask. I only have just Saitama. Some Saitama.
That's a good question though. I mean, think about
Yeah,
it. Think about it. Is the swap is pretty much the same thing as the Uniswap, right? So
I think so.
when you make a transaction on Uniswap, it's always Ethereum.
Because they're using
So
Ethereum's blockchain
obviously,
still.
yeah, obviously, I would say yeah, because they're
Mm-hmm.
using Ethereum as the gas is used to. There has never been gas fees paid with any other token than Ethereum.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. So it very well might be ETH for gas fees. I wonder how it's gonna work. Maybe they'll take the fees out of my Saitama, or do I have to put Ethereum in? I'm sure they'll tell us more info like closer to the date. Maybe even that Scott Herman
I
payment
guarantee you,
coming up.
this is one question that will not be answered unless we ask it,
Yeah,
because
true.
most people don't even think to cover that. But that's
True.
actually a very very good question.
People are saying yes, you will need ETH for the gas fees. So very well, that might be it. That might be it. Dang, I don't want to. Dang, man. Stupid gas fees, yo. I hate gas fees, yo. just can it just take my Saitama? Ain't 26 billion tokens enough to cover something like
I'm just wondering what project is gonna finish up with their blockchain first amongst all these projects that we
between
have that came out.
Shibarium,
Yeah,
Saitama. Good question, man.
yeah.
Good question.
I think Shib gonna get it, bro.
I think Shib is coming in first place because so far
I think Shib gonna come in first place. It's either Shib or Safe Moon
for their blockchain to be done.
I think so, because Safe Moon been working on his blockchain for a while.
Oh yeah,
For
almost a year now.
Yeah, I think Shib or Safe Moon, but don't get me wrong now, Saitama's full of surprise. Now, hopefully they come out with it and it works.
Yeah, man. I feel like whoever comes out with their blockchain first, like we know where the next big pump is coming. Ultimately, I think it's between Saitama and Safe Moon because Shiba's already a big market cap, so it's still room for growth. But essentially, I think the biggest growth room is like Saitama or even Safe Moon.
I think, let me tell you, when people, from what I know right now, because before I didn't think that way. Okay. I didn't think, because when people say, well, Shib would never get to a penny. I used to think about, you got guys that get on YouTube, they do the math, you know, that means the market cap got to be bigger than blah, 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 blah. I'm like, yeah, that do make
Unless
sense.
they do a big burn. A big burn.
But think about it.
Oh,
think
my
about
camera died.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, my camera died. Dang.
Hey, it gave you 2 hours.
It did,
But think about, you know what people don't never take into account when they're talking about what price could a token could potentially go, like something like Shib, right?
Yeah.
We never take into the account the metaverse.
Yeah, that's true. And how much little money is still in crypto overall.
Yeah, we never think about there's only 4% of the world population that's in crypto. We never talk about the metaverse that is literally going to be a whole different world.
Yeah.
That everything is going to be of value. Transaction that's going to be made in the metaverse, we can't even wrap around our mind around it yet. Now, we know Shib is doing huge thing in the NFT space. We know Shib is coming out with their own blockchain, which is their own metaverse pretty much.
Yeah.
So you have to, how can you add that into a calculation? We don't know to say that Shib cannot. So the potential is still there. So it doesn't matter about this current world right now we're living in, where people
we don't know
say,
how big it's going to be a year or two.
You don't know. You don't know, because money right now, like there's going to be a time pretty soon because of crypto, $1 million is not going to be nothing.
That's true. You're right about that, bro. And that's a crazy thing to think about because it's true. It's too much money out there.
Yeah, $1 million right now is not going to be nothing. So with that being said, man, you better hurry up and get you your $1 million.
Yeah, hey, this is the gold rush.
Soon enough, $1,000 in your pocket gonna be worth $100, really. I mean, $1 is not even $1 no more. What is it, 35 cents?
Yeah. Things are changing right before our eyes, man. It really is. Well, man, with this camera dead.
Oh yeah, man. So yeah, man, go ahead and do your thing, because it's done and I'm still enjoying my Olive Garden.
You're eating your I might get me some lunch, but I didn't even eat nothing. I just drank some water, called it some breakfast. Yeah, man. Well, hey, yo, Bert, thanks for stopping by, man. Chopping it up, man.
No problem, man.
You needed a stream like this. Appreciate it, man. Cool. Appreciate everybody that stopped to tune in, man. Got one more day of the working life, and then it's the full crypto hustle from that point on now. To really see what's going to happen with that. So with that being said, folks, we will be catching you guys, man. Let me go. Hang on, let me get the tab in. So if you haven't, guys, hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Hit the notification bell as well. hit the thumbs up in case you haven't as of yet, guys. Make sure to check out Bert's channel, Mr. Bert Official, all together, and also follow his Twitter. He's at 10K followers now. Let's see about getting him to 11K, then 12K, then 13. And while you're at it, follow my Twitter. Let's try to at least get to 1K.
Exactly.
I'm Jazz Royce. So with that being said, folks, we will catch each and every one of you guys at the top.